No, our microphones are working, don't worry.
Trying to scare Stu there.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Yeah, Stu's here, did the technical things. I just thought I'd try and make him panic there. Without. But Bex and I are back today. 3 hours?
Maybe, yeah.
Yes.
We'll see how it goes.
No, we can make 3 hours. Because we've got an amazing lineup of plants. We really, really have something for everybody, actually. And it's rained recently, hasn't it?
It has.
Yes.
We were talking this morning, just before we went live. Did your water
Yes.
Did your water butt get filled? Is it to the top?
No.
Stu's did not get filled.
No, mine's about half full, though.
I was surprised because there was a lot of rain that came down here yesterday.
I think it depends how big your butt is, doesn't it? So,
how big is your butt? Well, that's what we want to know. Tell us in the chat, please.
How big is your water butt? So, yeah, we're delighted with you, and I know every single live that we do, we always get some new viewers.
Yes, we do.
So we will go through all the basics. There's an offer code that you can use throughout the show. It's YGTV2925. Bex is very beautifully pointing to it right now. Excellent. That will give you free postage on all of your orders on the products on the show. It will also unlock any discounts as well, but you will see two prices on the screen.
You will indeed. Now, we want to pay the lower price, don't we?
Always.
Always want to get the lowest price. So there is a club that you can join, and that is going to give you the lower price that you can see here. Nobody wants to pay this one. Let's get in the club and pay the lowest price. Costs you just £10 to join the club. That's an annual fee. You pay that once, and you're a club member for 12 months, and you can start saving on your first order. You will save 15% off of everything that you see in the shed. That is the plants, the pots, the compost. You will pay postage on the website. You don't when you join the club, and you are part of the YGTV team using that offer code.
And also the membership will give you £20 worth of vouchers you can spend. It gives you 2 postage vouchers. You can use the website, and you can actually join the club with your first order as well. So I do sound a bit croaky today.
You do a bit. Are you all right?
Yeah. I'll be honest, I was at a party on Friday night and sang a lot, and I think I just...
Did you?
Yeah, it was like karaoke and stuff.
Oh, nice.
So I obviously sang very badly.
Oh, you did it?
Yes, without using my vocal cords correctly. And as ever, we would love you to be part of the show. We want to see your gardens. We want to know what you've been up to. You can be part of the live chats on YouTube and Facebook, but also you can email us ygtb@yougarden.com. Bex has got the iPad.
I have.
She'll read out all the comments.
Well,
not all, but we'll try.
Anne's in, Grimmy's in, Mauricia's in. She says, good morning, happy gardeners. And yes, our water butt is full to the top.
Yes.
Amazing, Mauricia. Grimmy's in a damp West Yorkshire. And Anne is just saying good morning to us all. Mauricia says her plants are happy and so are my weeds.
Yeah, it's been so good to get some rain. And that does mean hopefully where you are, the ground is soft and you can plant a few extra plants next week. So just give you the heads up of what we've got coming up.
Yeah.
I'm looking around, we've got some really exciting plants.
We've got big plants as well, haven't we?
We have got a lot
around.
of, yeah.
Like the tables are full because everything's been growing quite rapidly.
So a lot of really established things.
Definitely.
A little bit of grow your own as well. So we've got weird stuff like kiwis, pineapple guavas, figs. I know.
Got it all.
And we have got a Rose of the Week at an amazing offer price as well for 1 week only. But where should we start, Bex?
Cordyline,
what are you thinking? I'm thinking Cordyline too.
I do love a Cordyline.
I do, and it's a Torbay Dazzler. And this one is. It's a Dazzler. It is.
It is gorgeous. And the thing is with this one, I mean, I love Cordylines in general because they give you that architecture and that structure in your garden. But this one has got that amazing variegation on there, so it really does stand out. If you were to line up all the Cordylines, this one would definitely stand out because of all those colours you get in there.
Yeah, and actually, I mean, you can probably see from where you are these lovely greens and creams and limes and things, but if I just tilt that forwards, there's actually pink as well.
Yeah, there's a lovely sort of pink stripe that goes down the centre of one of those leaves.
There it is. And that can be more pronounced as the Cordyline matures.
Yes.
So it's a big one. It's in a 2 litre pot, really well established. It's only $17.99, $15.29 for club members. And I always think Cordylines, they just give instant impact, don't they?
They
you
do.
know, straight away they look great, don't they?
They do, absolutely. I mean, what I love is how they arrive to you. I mean, look at that against that gorgeous blue sky. It looks amazing, doesn't it? And you can really see those stripes, and actually the kind of limey colours really do kind of illuminate underneath the sunshine and against that blue sky. Why not get a pair of these, in fact? I do think they work beautifully when you're, you know, bookending something, when it's either side of the front door, the back door, the patio area, the seating area. They look so good, and they stay looking like that all year round. They are really well established, and actually we probably should be putting these into larger pots, growing them on, and then bringing it back at a higher price. But instead we're just going to do a wonderful deal for you and bring them at a bit of a lower price. They come to you like this, so they're normally tied up in the box, aren't they, when they're delivered? And this is what we're talking about with instant impact, because you take that out of the box and that's what it looks like straight away.
And they, I think they work well in so many different situations. I mean, if you want a bit more of a contemporary look, just in a pot with some white gravel, can look fantastic. They can look great in beds and borders with other perennials. And I know when I had like a little balcony when I lived in Leeds, just a couple of these on the balcony, look fantastic. We said winter holiday, I would say it's about what, -5 with this one,
-6 maybe.
Yeah.
Once they're established, they can definitely cope with a little bit of cold. I mean, if you're container growing them, very easy to move the pot. I think most areas you're not going to have any problems. Sometimes just tie them up in winter like this. Not for the entire winter, just protect the crown at all costs. That's where the new growth comes from.
And that's only if it was a really, really cold little
really
spell.
cold ones.
And they will form over several years as the lower leaves age and they go brown. You just chop them off. They do form a nice big tall stem and they become almost like a palm. In fact, some people call them a cabbage palm. So you get this lovely kind of tropical look and shape. Just seeing that against my black top, I mean, you can really, really appreciate the stunning foliage. And you've got, say, that contrasting shape as well. It looks amazing, doesn't it?
Looks so good.
Yeah, really good. But they are one of the more exciting Cordylines in our range. They've been given the name Torbay Dazzler. And as we said, if you're a club member, $15.29 and no postage to pay, as long as you use that off code YGTV 2925.
Everyone's jumping in the chat.
Hello.
I will say, Elaine popped in.
Yes.
She popped in, she sent us an email. I think I was saying the other day, I haven't seen you for a while, Elaine. So if you're watching this morning, welcome back, lovely.
Yeah.
Nice to hear from you. Hopefully we will show you pictures in a little while. It's nice to hear from all of you. Oh yes, that was it. Elaine had poorly eyes, so maybe you couldn't see to type. Maybe that's why we haven't heard from you for a while. But it's nice to hear from you all, as always.
Because we have missed you, Elaine, but we've also missed seeing your garden.
Yeah, well, she sent some pictures, so we'll have a little look.
Has she?
Yeah.
Oh, great.
We'll have a little look in a little while.
Fantastic. Thank you, Elaine. Now, oh, do you know what? My earpiece isn't working properly.
We're going to go to the rhododendrons.
I heard like...
Let's go to the roadies.
Yes.
Let's get over to that favourites table. Now, we brought you the wonderful Rhododendrons hybrid collection here, where we've had to give up 2 spaces on the favourites table because we absolutely adore these plants. You're going to get 3 of these included in this collection. 15 centimetre pots. You're going to get the lilac, you're going to get the red, you're going to get the pink, and you are going to get a £15 saving on this as well. Your discount club price is £25.47. What's that? I can't work out. 8, 16, 24. So £8.50 a plant. Yes, I can do the fast maths. Who needs Sean Ryan, eh? We all do, of course we do. They are fantastic plants, honestly. The evergreen colour that you get from them is amazing. Obviously, they're not flowering right now, but the great thing is these will give you the most amazing display in springtime. April, May, May time, that's when they normally get covered in these gorgeous flowers that you can see here. But for now, this is what we're having them in our garden for that gorgeous, glossy, evergreen colour. Now, your rhododendrons can get massive, you know, they can get really big if you want them to, if you allow them to. They're fairly slow growing, so don't worry that you think they might take over your garden. They don't at all. And of course you can containerise them and you can prune them to keep them smaller if you want to. But these are what I would call a bit of a problem solver as well. We always talk about this with shade-loving plants. They do like a little bit of sunshine. They like some daylight, obviously. They just don't want to be in that full baking sun all day long. They want to be in those slightly more shady spots in the garden so that, you know, they will give you all of their beauty and all of their flowering in the springtime. They're one of the showiest plants you will have in your garden in spring. They look absolutely amazing. The flowers are some of the most standout showy flowers that you will have. They really do draw the attention. Remember that you are getting 3 of them. They are in the 15 centimetre pots. So these do or are incredibly established plants. I can see where the flowers have gone over on some of these, but they're going to come back for you next year. In fact, I can already see, I'm sure, yes, there is the start of buds forming, which are going to be your flowers for next year. You're going to get loads of growth on these because obviously there's lots of time left in the summer. So for the next, few months, they're going to enjoy being planted out in your slightly shady parts of the garden. So part shade, dappled shade, pots or into the ground if you've got that acid soil. Remember that these are ericaceous compost lovers. They do like that acid soil. So if you don't already have acid soil in your garden, container grow these. Get yourself some of our ericaceous compost, put them in those pots, and they will romp away for you and give you all of that joy next year. It is £25.47 if you are a club member. Remember, you are saving 15% by being part of the club. So that's £8.49 per plant, and that is your delivered price, because make sure, please, that you're entering that code that you can see down there, YGTV2925. That's what's going to give you your free postage. That's also what kicks in that £15 discount that you can see there. Saving £15 is accessed with that code. This is why we love being on YGTV. This is why we love being a club member, because you can save lots and lots of money. 511637 is the item number. If you would like to go for the rhododendrons, you go to YouGarden.com to place your order, by the way, or you can use the phone lines 0844 502 0050. Those are open until 4 o'clock this afternoon. So just tell the operator you've got a code to use.
I was impressed with your maths. I was listening.
I know, I did all right.
You're really good.
I'm not very good normally. I do need you for maths for sure. You need to switch your mic on, darling.
Yes. Sorry,
you can hear him now. Sorry.
Yeah, so just changing a few things. Like my earpiece, I can hear you now, Stu.
Lovely.
Yes.
All right,
I could hear you. I could hear you from up there.
Was I shouting?
No. Projecting, darling. We call it projecting.
That's it.
No, we are going to move on to an absolute favourite of Beck's and mine, and it is the Erigeron, known as Mexican fleabane or seed blossom. It's becoming real popular with our regular gardening friends, actually. Loads of you have now fallen in love with this plant. I'm not surprised, because it is one of the best ground cover plants that you could ever grow in your garden. You get all 3 of them in the 9 centimetre pot, saving £15 today. In fact, the club price is £12.72, and that works out £4.25 and 2/3. Actually, it is. It's just under that.
Just under.
But yeah, we both love this plant.
I think it's a phenomenal one, and for so many reasons. First of all, it's long flowering. I mean, mine came into, and I've got it in each border, came into bloom, I'm going to say end of April, beginning of May.
Yeah, I was going to say,
for
me, it was like, first week of May.
And it was flowering amazingly. It gets covered, very much like this picture that you can see here. Honestly, it gets completely covered in the flowers, and the colour changing that you get from that is incredible, and it keeps doing it right the way through summer, right up until autumn. Now, I will say mine just got a little bit leggy, I think, because of the hot weather. So what I did was I just trimmed it back, and actually within a week or two it starts blooming again. So if it does that, just give it a little quick trim back, and it will keep going right the way through till September, October. So really long flowering.
And it is one of those plants that is a great plant in poor soils. It will do very well in gravelled areas. I've even seen it grow out of like stone walls and cracks in pavements and things. So, and it's really drought tolerant as well. Over the past several weeks, if you have been in an area where you can't water easily, it is so drought tolerant. Loves full sunshine. Doesn't go too tall, but it does spread beautifully. And for me, it's just such a winner. It really fills in those gaps. It's great ground cover. And as Beck said, it's lovely how the flowers, they start off white and then they fade through so many different shades of pink. But it's pretty hard to kill this one. It's got a lifetime guarantee with it being, say, fully winter hardy. Does die back in winter, so don't panic. It can die, back in winter. But in springtime, you get all the green shoots, and then it flowers all summer long. So 6-7 months of flowers. So a brilliant plant, a really useful plant. And I also like this one, although the individual flowers are quite simple, like daisy-like, it's what they actually give you en masse that is breathtaking. And you'll see my garden a little bit later in Bex's. You've just got clouds of pinks and whites.
They're gorgeous.
It's beautiful.
Absolutely stunning.
Yeah, really is. So if you want to go for those, an absolute favourite, and they're only £12.72 if you are a club member. Right, another very easy plant coming up next.
Super simple. One of our favourites. We absolutely love our Nandinas here, don't we, at YouGarden? We've got a few different varieties. Obsessed is definitely one for you to become obsessed with. It is known as sacred bamboo, so just for anybody that's getting panicked about the word bamboo, please don't panic. This is not a vigorous, spreading, invasive bamboo at all. It's just a nickname, actually. It stays nice and compact, this, so it's not going to take over your garden. It will grow, I mean, it can get to about a metre, metre 20, so somewhere between 3 and 4 feet this can grow to. Requires very little pruning, if any at all, to be perfectly honest with you. You could just leave it alone, and it will keep hold of its leaves all year round.
And I've last week I did a makeover for a friend of mine, just redid his garden for him. It's a very small garden, so I did it in more or less a day, but he wanted low maintenance plants, and I actually put 4 Nandinas in his garden.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, including this one.
Yeah.
And I always think that if you've got pots and containers, to have a Nandina obsessed as the main focal point of the container makes such sense, because this is going to keep that foliage all year round. You get flowers, you get berries as well. It's ever changing, but it means that you can put summer bedding around it in summertime, winter bedding in winter, spring bulbs. But it's always great to have certain plants in your garden that are super easy, pretty much all soil types as well. Do you know what? I've actually got one of my Nandinas at the moment, and it is in pretty much all shade. Yeah. And it's still doing great. It's just got surrounded by the plants around it. So it's a super easy one. Great if you live in the city as well, because it's very tolerant of pollution as well. 510759 for the Nandina Obsessed there. And it's really well established. I have to say the current stock is really good. I mean, our stock's always good, don't get me wrong, but it's actually, I think, slightly larger than normal.
Yeah, definitely. It's amazing how things are growing on here. I mean, everywhere, but yes, things are growing on quite quickly at the nursery, aren't they? So we are bringing a slightly larger plant to you. Just a quick note on the rhododendrons, by the way. You can actually add the ericaceous into your basket without any extra postage cost or anything.
Yes.
As long as you use the code, you'll still get free shipping on that one. Just so you know, because obviously it's only items on the live, on the show, that you get the free shipping on, but you can apparently do it with the ericaceous.
Good, isn't it?
Yeah, really
and you do need that. I mean, don't think, I know a few people sometimes have bought rhododendrons and then said, I'm not going to bother with the ericaceous compost, but you really, really need to order that. These will not do well in normal soil. They really won't. If you already placed your order for the rhododendrons and you're thinking, I missed out on that, don't worry, you can still order the ericaceous compost separately, and you will still get free delivery as long as you use that offer code. And if you want the item number for that, it's 100042. So 100042. But yeah, you've got to get, if you've gone for the rhododendrons or you are ordering, you really do need acid soil. And if you haven't got acid soil, then you need ericaceous compost. But yes, the Nandina Obsessed. I mean, we love Nandinas, don't we?
Yeah, they're brilliant. The different colours you get, the fact that they're a problem solver, being in shade, they can be coastal plants, they can be in city plants, because obviously if there's more pollution, honestly, it is, I'm going to say that it's bulletproof. It's really hard to kill. It's not impossible, but it's really hard to do.
I did my very best once to kill one.
You did, didn't you?
I had one that I forgot about, and I put it behind my greenhouse. Totally forgot about it. Yeah. Got no water. It was a dry spell, and where it was sort of covered, so it didn't get any water anyway. And do you know what? I'll be honest, I thought I'd killed it.
It dropped all its leaves, didn't it?
Lost all its leaves, yeah.
And it shouldn't do, obviously.
No,
it's evergreen.
Never did. But I survived. Well, I revived it, I should say. So Dingo, apparently, what's he said, Babes?
Apparently he's still waiting. He's on Facebook, so apparently he's still waiting for the rain. He hasn't had any yet.
Have you not, Dingo?
Oh, Dingo, mate. We've had loads of rain.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah, but the thing is, you're South Coast, aren't you? You're Dorset, lovely part of the world. But yeah, it seems to be missing the South Coast. I'm not sure whether you're going to get any.
I don't know you, Bex, but I've never been so happy to get
rain. It was lovely, wasn't it? My kids. So we've got the paddling pool. We've got decent sized one, but it was really tipping it down yesterday. My kids decided to go out in the paddling pool.
No.
Honestly, it was hilarious. It was absolutely lashing it down, and the kids were jumping in and out of the pool.
But it was warm, wasn't it?
It was brilliant. I loved it.
Yeah.
I didn't do it. I watched
it.
But
if you are looking to have rain, I mean, God, the garden looks so much better for it, doesn't it? It really does. Yeah, I walked around this morning when I first woke up and everything had really, really perked up.
Yeah.
And the ground's soft, which is great, so easy to plant as well. Right, we're going to move on to a very special Buddleia next. And it's called the Buddleia tricolor. I've just seen these actually on the nursery. Went out to...
Oh, good.
In fact...
Are they all looking this
Oh,
size?
do you know what? Do you know what, Bex? I was so stupid because actually quite a lot of them were in flower.
Oh!
I should have just brought one back.
Should've
Not
done.
all of them were in flower though,
But some of them were.
Most of them were.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what I'll say is, this is probably the worst you're going to get.
Yeah.
When I say the worst, it's really healthy.
It is. It's looking amazing. And
Yeah.
I reckon it will flower.
Oh, it will flower.
Of course it will.
But a lot of them have got flowers coming today. So, the chances are, yours will arrive with buds and maybe even flowers on it as well. But it's a very special Buddleia. And I will be honest, they are big for this pot size. Yeah, so there you go. They probably, I would advise repotting them as soon as you get them home, put them in the ground or in a container. But it's a tricoloured one. You've actually got 3 plants that have been grown together to give you pinks and that lovely kind of cream tone, it's like a soft creamy blush, and you've got the purple as well. I always think this Buddleia is a lot more interesting than some of the others.
I do, yeah. It definitely is an attention grabber, isn't it? When you see all those colours coming out on there, and of course butterflies, bees, pollinators, they're going to be flocking around it. I think this is going to work better in the ground personally.
I agree.
I think you can container grow it. You're going to need a decent sized container, but I do think let it get to its full potential. This is going to be best planted in the ground. Not fussy on soil type though. They're really kind of unfussy. Ideally free draining, but I think they could work in sort of a clay soil as long as it doesn't sit constantly soggy. It would be absolutely fine.
They're very robust plants.
They are. Again, another one actually sitting next to the Nandina that I would probably describe as bulletproof. One that is really difficult to kill. You can try hard, and it's not impossible, but it's really hard to.
I honestly once moved to Buddleia. My mum moved to a bungalow. This is years ago, and there was this big Buddleia kind of blocking the driveway and blocking one of the windows. And my mum was like, I want rid of it. It's just, and I said, no, it's a beautiful plant, Mum. But my mum was like, I need it gone now. So I dug it up in July, right? I broke one of the main roots on it because it'd been there years.
Yeah.
You should never move a big plant in July. It was boiling hot, but anyway, I thought, right. So I moved it to a different position, and it looked terrible for about 2 months. Literally overnight, it just flopped totally. All the green foliage died, but it survived.
Yeah.
Even though I'd broken the main root. So they are really quite difficult to say, kill. But they're brilliant for butterflies. They're known as a butterfly bush. They're one of the best plants for butterflies. And actually, you probably noticed in your garden, it has been a better year for butterflies, really has. We had a far warmer spring, and that's really helped. But butterflies, I think there's about 54 species in the UK, 75% of which are in decline. So it's really important to get more butterflies in your garden. Would you agree with those stats, Bex?
I totally agree with your stats.
They were kind of, I think it's that, something like that, 54 species, about 75% of those are in decline.
I was reading about it the other day, actually.
And is that about right?
There's a few that are still in decline, unfortunately. There's some that are on the up, but
for this year,
this year, and some that are still declining. Even though it's a better year overall, there's still some problems.
Yeah. So if you can put any plant in your garden that attracts some butterflies, it's got to be good. It's beautiful when you see butterflies around Buddleia.
I love it.
Really is. But it's a lot more exciting. It's a tricoloured one, so 3 different colours. That lovely kind of blush white, the lilac, and you get the pink as well. And it's only £12.99. Postage is included. £11.04 if you, of course, are one of our tens and tens of thousands of club members. But we are going to move on to a beautiful cherry blossom. So I'm laughing because I was doing a show the other day. We've got Stu and Matt now that help on the technical side, and Matt could not pronounce the name of this. So he called it all sorts. Yeah. Yeah, he called it all sorts of things, but yes, Managawa is the correct name. But it is. We're just going to point out this is a cherry blossom tree. It's not going to produce cherries,
no,
but it is going to produce the most amazing blossom in springtime, the most stunning blossom. And I think what what is really unusual about this, we're just seeing it right now, it's the shape of it. It's tall and slim, this one.
Tall and slim.
It's a Stuart.
Yeah, they're called fastigiate branches, the ones that grow in that upright direction. So you get that lovely tall, and it is beautiful.
It is.
I am very keen on this, actually. I may have this in my next garden. Rhiannon asked, is this the one that's in my videos? No, Rhiannon. That one is called the Prunus triloba. That will be back in October. It will be back as a bare root, I promise you. We will make a big deal out of that when it comes. This, it's a cherry blossom tree just like this, and this one, it's going to get beautifully tall and slim. The other one you're talking about opens up in a sort of more firework display. Still gorgeous.
Yeah, that's a lovely one as well.
But this one will get absolutely covered in those gorgeous flowers.
And I was thinking with this particular type of cherry blossom, it's great in a corner of a garden, because you imagine it's tall and slimmer, and it can get to about 6 to 8 metres, but it always remains slender. But even if it's in the middle of your garden, it means it doesn't create too much shade.
Yes.
You know, quite often some of the other varieties like the Cansan, they get really big and wide, so they create a huge amount of shade, and then that can be problematic, say, with your grass and for other plants in the garden. But this is tall, it's long, and it's lean.
It is also award-winning. This has got the RHS Award of Garden Merit. So we know, proven performer, absolutely stunning, no matter where you're going to plant it. Completely winter hardy, so it will have our lifetime guarantee. If it fails to thrive, if it dies in 10 years, and we've still got, you know, we're still stocking it, we would replace it free of charge. You just have to cover a postage cost to get it out to you.
And actually, if you look at the price, particularly for club members, $21.24, we sell this as a bare root. A price very similar to that.
Yeah.
We have done anyway. We really have. You know, that's when we say bare root, you just plant the tree, not established. We've actually grown this, so all the main work has been done. It's already really well established, great root system.
Lovely root system.
But if you actually look, it's already a big tree. It's already coming into its own. Loves a sunny position. I always say sunny but sheltered, because you want that blossom to last as long as possible. But I know when I was a child, I remember seeing my very first cherry blossom trees when I was, I don't know,
magical,
3.
Isn't it?
Yeah,
when you're young.
And we still
really
get excited. I mean,
magical.
Bex and I in springtime, we both quite often come to work. We're like, oh,
cherry blossoms are out.
Yeah, it's, you know, it's a sign that spring is properly here, isn't it?
Yeah.
So they are magical. I mean, I think every garden should have a cherry blossom tree, but it is about space. It is about managing your space. This is long and lean.
Yeah, this is definitely the one, I think, for a lot of people's gardens, just because of that slim nature that you get. Very tall, but slim nature.
And we have had, I mean, when I think of the requests for this over the last couple of years, it's probably the most requested cherry blossom tree. We have got stock available right now, and we have got a price that is incredible. That is so good, $21.24.
Yeah.
It really is. That's outstanding. And delivered free. I mean, I'm not being funny, that's a big tree in a big box and it's a decent weight, but we will deliver it free when you use that offer code YGTV 2925. Do you know what, Bex? I've sort of sold that to myself.
I think I've sold it to myself as well, to be honest.
Because I'm thinking, I think this would look great. I think we could put it in the centre of our garden.
Yeah.
Don't you?
I think it'd look really good.
My trouble is, I don't know if you've ever seen my garden, but there's a lot of lawn, because my other half loves lawn. And I'm slowly trying to just...
take it over.
Yeah. Just go around the borders. Each time I edge, just take another inch off.
Another bit.
Yeah, that's what you need to do. No, honestly, I think that could look lovely in the centre of our garden. But say it works really well in the corner because it's long and lean. So do grab it. I don't know how many we've got in stock, but at that price, I think it will sell really, really quickly. 521-543. Don't forget, you can order on the website or on the phone lines as well. I do like that one.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Yes.
I'm definitely thinking about where I can find a place for that in the
Where
next
you put your new garden
I
bags.
will find a place. I hope you can as well.
Yeah. I said to Bex the other day, because my garden was a new garden 4 years ago, and although I'm really pleased with it, I have made mistakes.
Yeah.
So I would say, well, you know.
I think we probably always do.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how much you plan it. There'll always be something you'd change.
I know. Right.
And I will be the same as well.
Yes. So don't forget, if you bought the rhododendrons, then we have got ericaceous compost with free postage, but we have also got our best-selling compost of all time, our best-selling product of all time, which is our premium professional compost. And it is, I mean, that cherry tree would have been grown in this compost.
Yeah. In fact, I was looking at that when I took it out the pot. I saw the little fertiliser balls,
Yeah.
so I'm convinced it has been, yes.
Well, pretty much everything we grow on the nursery. We don't grow everything.
No.
You know, some things we source locally. Our Mediterranean selection comes from Sicily, but we do grow an awful lot of plants ourselves. Now, we are, if you ever want compost from us, when you buy from YGTV, you do get the most amazing price. $21.23 is a club discount price, and of course, free delivery as well. But you can see that the texture of this is incredible, isn't it?
It really is.
So
it's
good.
one of the first things that I notice about this. Every single time I open a bag. In fact, you know what? I haven't opened a bag of anything else for such a long time now. I've made sure I never run out of it. But it was always the texture that amazed me more than anything, because it allows those roots to grow, to get their nice strong root system. It allows oxygen to get to those roots, which we know is really important when it comes to root development and growth. I know, Sean, you use this all the time. This is you in the pub garden, isn't it?
Yeah.
Filling up all those troughs with your bulbs earlier on in the year, or last year that would have been, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but I put almost summer bedding in it this year as well. And one of the things that I've really noticed, particularly this year, because occasionally I have used another compost. When I was doing my friend's garden the other day, I ran out of hours. So annoying. I had to go to the garden centre, buy an alternative. And whenever I have done a kind of like a garden, and certain pots are full of this and some pots are full of a different compost, the one thing I've really noticed this summer is that a lot of the coir-based composts have dried out so terribly, and we don't have coir in here. Yes, a lot of coir-based compost, they dry out quickly. They don't necessarily have great nutrition. Our compost really holds on to moisture well, but it also rehydrates very quickly because it's got a wetting agent in there. And I think with this dry summer we've had, that has made such a huge, huge difference. So you've got the 50% composted wood fibre, you've got the wetting agent, you've got the slow-release fertiliser, but you've also got reduced peat in there as well. And we have reduced the quantity, but we put the minimum amount in to give the maximum results. And actually, if you speak to our head gardener, you know, the peat-free composts, a lot of them just aren't quite there yet.
No.
They're not. But we have reduced the quantity of peat over the years, but we still put some of the white peats, the dark peats, renewable peats as well, like sphagnum moss peat, still in there as well.
And it's going to work for the majority of the plants in your garden. So other than the rhododendrons, and there's something else. Is there? Am I making it up? I'm probably making it up. I think it's just the rhododendrons that need the ericaceous compost. Everything else that we've got in the potting shed going to be beautifully living its best life in this compost. And that's the same throughout your garden. The majority of things are going to work beautifully in here. Plus, this is amazing for all of your houseplants as well. So if you are repotting any houseplants, or you're a houseplant lover, please don't think you need a specific compost for it. You can happily use this compost for those, and it makes such a big difference.
So I'm just giggling. We've just walked over to the side of the studio.
We did a do-si-do, didn't we?
We did a do-si-do, and I was thinking, yeah, we always stand this way,
I
don't
know.
we?
It's weird.
Yeah. It's true, like we always just naturally...
Come on, do that way.
No, that
Ooh,
doesn't
it's
feel...
weird.
No, it doesn't feel right, does it? No, it's weird, isn't it?
Stay this way around.
I think this is my better side anyway, Bex. Anyway, we are now going to move on to our Rose of the Week, and it is an absolute beauty.
Yes.
I don't know why, but in my head I always want to call this Starlight Express. I don't know why, but it's actually called Starlight Symphony. Yeah, imagine a rose on roller skates.
Oh my word.
It is the most beautiful climbing rose from Harkness. I mean, it's a true beauty, this one.
It is. It's a gorgeous one. I do love a climbing rose. It's one thing that I've been missing out of my garden. I haven't had a climbing rose, and I would love to have one. In fact, the new garden has already got a climbing rose over an archway. I'm quite excited about it.
Yes.
I don't know which one they've got, but I think they are romantic, whimsical, gorgeous, beautiful. They've got this real kind of majesty to them as well. And this one is a pure white rose that you're going to get from this, which I just think is amazing.
And it's like it's a semi-double. It's not going to grow too big. This is about 2.5 metres
Yeah.
or so. So good size. But it has been bred by Harkness roses. And many of you will know Harkness. We work very closely with them. They're multi-award winning. They've been breeding roses for 145 years, since 1879. Started by two brothers in Yorkshire. And I think whatever rose you buy, if it's a Harkness rose, all of their roses are repeat flowering, so months of flowers. They are disease resistant. They've got fantastic fragrances, from fine and delicate to really strong, punchy and bold. But I always think with the rose, if you look at the value, you buy it once, and a rose can last decades in your garden. You know, if you plant this now, this could be covering an archway for many, many years, and they flower for so long. You know, there's certain plants in the garden that have a couple of weeks of beauty. I was saying earlier, you know, my peonies this year, they were all over in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
And I still love peonies, but 2 weeks and they'd gone, and now I'm just left with loads of leaves. But this rose is going to flower for 5-6 months every single year, covered in buds.
I'm desperate for this one to open up.
I know.
It was just starting to open up the other day. I was really hopeful it might have been open by today, but they're not far off. There are several buds on there. Did you say it won Rose of the Year?
It did. It was Rose of the Year in, I think it was 2019.
It was 2019.
Yay!
Yeah. Rose of the Year 2019. And it is unusual for roses to win, for climbing roses to get that Rose of the Year. So it's a really good one to say that this climbing rose won it.
Stu's saying, did we have a note to remind us? No. It's not written on the board.
I did.
Oh, well, okay. Well, can I just say, Stu, I can't actually read or see that. So, I'm good with...
I don't remember the numbers, you see.
I tend to remember the numbers, don't I?
You do.
But I think you're better at the Latin names. I remember all the popular names, because that's how I grew up. But yeah, that's a big award, isn't it?
It is.
It's
It's
a huge
big,
award.
honestly. And so it's amazing that you will have an award-winning rose, but also from an award-winning company as
Yeah.
well. This is bred by Harkness Roses. So, you know, we talk a lot about Harkness, and they are just multi-award winning, been breeding and bringing you roses for over 140 years. They've won countless gold medals, some silvers as well. They're proud of those too, at Chelsea. And they are just phenomenal at what they do.
But we were saying very few climbing roses have actually won that award.
Yeah.
So it's a very, very unusual. Fragrance-wise, it's a lovely kind of medium fragrance. So not overpowering. I'd say delicate to medium. So not overpowering. But it is a pure white semi-double rose, and it's going to be absolutely beautiful. And I know some of you might be watching, going, "Oh, I wish it was in flower." But in honesty, when we send you a rose in flower, the chances are, when it's in a box for a few days, that when it arrives, the flowers are maybe not going to look quite their best. So actually, to receive a rose in bud is actually far better.
Yeah, definitely.
Because you know you're going to get the full benefit of the flowers and the lifespan of those flowers, but it will repeat flower all summer long. And it is only if you're a club member for 1 week only, you can get this stunning award-winning rose, Starlight Symphony, for just £16.99.
Let's jump into the chat, shall we? Because you're all
Yes.
chatting away and we haven't said anything to you. Christine's saying our local music festival got called off yesterday because of the downpour. That's a shame. I mean, we're happy for it for the plants, but very sad for those people that were supposed to be playing.
The one day it rains. Why did it have to be Saturday?
Anne says the hosepipe ban hasn't quite hit us yet, but she does utilise all the captured rainwater to water my plants as it's nature's drink.
I was going to say they prefer rainwater.
They do.
Don't know.
Neil decided not to walk today. Hot temperature and heavy rain showers. Don't mind getting wet on a walk, but won't start one in it. Fair enough,
Neil. We're so glad that we've got your company instead then.
Anne says the Rhododendrons is a really good price. I completely agree.
Especially for the varieties, the hybrids and the size as well.
Yeah.
What did it work out plant, did you say, Bex?
£8.49.
That's ridiculous.
I know.
And free postage.
Right, so Anne says I gave my rigger on a trim like you advised, Bex. It's such a pretty, rewarding plant. Yeah, it'll come back, honestly. Give it just a week or two and it'll be amazing. It'll start flowering again. Neil had torrential rain yesterday for 2 hours. Raining now. Supposed to get heavier through the day here. So I think I saw a comment later that he's having a nice restful day. A bit of a conversation about, Grimmy says, us Brits, where would we be without the weather or rain to talk about?
You're so right. Yeah, when I think about every time when I see my mum, I see most days. It always starts off with weather talk. Well, or ailment talk, actually.
Rhiannon, you asked about would it be okay in a very large barrel pot? I think you were talking about the cherry blossom. I think it would grow quite happily in a large plant pot, wouldn't it? Obviously, in the ground, it'll get nice and tall, but if you want to container grow it, you can. It'll just obviously restrict it'll still get to a really decent size.
I don't know how big your barrel pot is, but ideally, you want about 50 litres for that, I'd say, ideally. And if you do grow in a pot, just really keep on top of the feeding and the watering. That's all we say. But yeah, you can do it. It's a good one for a pot because of the way it grows.
Elaine, jumping in the chat.
Elaine,
it's so nice
back.
to have you back in the chat. It's nice to have, obviously all of you, it's only because I don't want to miss anybody out. It's just I haven't seen Elaine in the chat for a while, so it's nice to have you in there.
We were worried about Elaine.
We're going to start with Elaine with a few pictures in our garden. Here's a few pics of my garden. Let's have a little look, Elaine. What have you sent us? Oh, look. Look at that. I'm zooming. I've got an alley. Look at the size of that.
And I love the fact that you've left it there just to dry.
You've got your eryngium there. I'm assuming that's the blue hobbit. There's your hydrangeas doing really gorgeously well. Stu's asking what that is. I think that is it's not real. I think it's a pretend.
It's a very nice faux plant.
I think it's gorgeous. That eryngium is looking amazing. That's not the hobbit. That's the bigger one, isn't it?
And then did we see Cordyline the side Bex? Lovely hydrangeas coming on. I think they were part of the mat. I remember you buying those actually. Yeah,
I definitely see a coreopsis, Stu. You're absolutely right. Looking really good, Elaine. Hang on, there's more pictures as well. Sorry, I've got
Sam,
focused
the
on
hydrangeas
one.
are looking. I remember Elaine bought about 5. Was it about 5?
Did, yeah.
5 hydrangeas you bought from us.
Oh, there's a close-up. I mean, I zoomed into it already, but yes, there's the eryngium look.
Yeah.
Looking really
Do you know,
good,
I haven't got
Elaine.
any of that, Bex.
It's amazing. You should get some eryngium.
I know.
I absolutely adore it. I think it's one of the most fascinating plants in the garden. Love it. Oh, there's a Viburnum bonariensis getting a bit taller there as well. Gorgeous.
I'm glad we concluded that the white one was a faux. So I was looking thinking,
you can see
what's
it now,
that?
Can't you? You can tell
you
now.
can tell now. Yeah, it's very good though. But there, yeah, one of my favourite shots.
Looking really pretty. And an echinacea, I think, coming out there as well.
So
yeah,
thank
really
you,
nice,
Elaine. Looking
thank
gorgeous.
you very much. Ali G. Morning all.
Morning Ali G.
Or it will be when you read this email. I'm looking after my dad, who has dementia on Sunday, said that is why my email is early. A few photos taken on Saturday of what's looking good. I think you'll be able to name them all. The hollyhock is the deep pink, but seems to be growing purple on the same plant. It's very lovely. I'm not complaining. I like it when we get those weird things happening, don't we? It's always quite exciting when you get a weird thing happening. Look at that. Yeah, the hollyhock. Pink on one side, purple on the other.
Wow.
How weird.
It looks, I must say, it looks a bit short.
Oh, she's taking a picture from the I think it's the angle.
Yeah.
I think she went top down on
I look short from that angle. I think I look short from any angle.
Lovely hollyhocks coming up. What's the plant in the background, Elaine? What's that one that's all brown? You've got some crispy leaves on something there, my darling. What is that? Is it an acer? Can
I just say, there's quite a few plants this year that have got scorched by the sun.
Yeah, it's been really tricky.
Yeah, it has been tricky. Do you know what I've ended up doing? Because I've got like an area of plants in pots that are not kind of like, that I haven't found the home yet. I've put a parasol up to cover them.
Yeah.
I really have.
Yeah, absolutely.
I actually put a parasol up and put my pots underneath it on those really hot days.
Got your coreopsis, got your alliums going on in there, looking really pretty. Love all your pots and containers,
I
Ali.
know.
Looking nice. Well done, my darling. Well done. Should we do one more, Stu? Dingo says,
hello,
morning,
Dingo.
one and all. My delivery of tree ferns repotted. Ah, Dingo, yes. He was telling us off the other day because we made him buy 5.
I can't wait to see him. Has he already potted them?
He says, morning, one and all. My delivery of tree ferns repotted and placed alongside one of the turtle tanks till they get bigger. That will be a while, yeah. Yeah, it will be a while, Dingo. So they can stay there for a little while, can't they?
Oh, they look so cute, though.
They look. Do you know what, though, Dingo? I know you say that. It'll take a while for the log to form. But you know this already, Dingo. Those leaves really do get big very quick.
Yours did really well even in a year,
honestly, it does. So, yeah, I don't think you'll be waiting long to see results from the foliage. Obviously, you'll be waiting a while to get the trunk to form, but the foliage is amazing.
Yeah, they were a really good buy, actually, weren't they?
Really good. Right, there's loads of emails, so we will try and get through some more of those.
By the way, if you do want the prunus, the Amanagawa, you do need to place an order for that sooner rather than later, because that is an amazing price, $21.24. The details there on the screen. Right, we are going to move on to actually one of the most popular plants this week, and it is, believe it or not, it's a kiwi that you can grow here in the UK very successfully. The price for the size of these is amazing.
That's look at plant there. That's one plant. They're too big for these pots. They need to be in bigger pots, basically. You're going to get 3 of an amazing variety of kiwi here, and it is a self-fertile kiwi. I mean, I like the fact that you're getting 3, even though it's self-fertile plant. All self-fertile plants, you know, if they get a bit of help, they will get even more fruits on them. You don't need all 3. If you want one and you want to give some away, you can do, no problem, because they are self-fertile, but they will help each other out. And these are going to grow kiwis here in the UK. Yes, they will.
And what is so lovely with this is, well, first of all, the price is great, $13.57 for 3 of these if you're a club member. The foliage is actually really nice. It feels like a kiwi. It's got that kind of fuzziness to it. They are winter hardy, so as long as you put them, I'm going to say, in a really nice sunny but sheltered spot, you can get kiwis very successfully growing here in the UK. And they normally fruit sort of like the end of summer, so like September time is when you'll be picking those fruits. And for me, to grow your own in the UK is always great. You know, it's lovely. It makes such sense to grow more fruit and veg. I mean, we import about 80% of our fruits, which is quite scandalous. But to grow something exotic like a kiwi, that is exciting, isn't it?
It's very exciting and actually really easy to do. So you can put these in pots and containers. What I'm going to say is they need something to lean against. They're not necessarily a climbing plant, but they will get big and they can get to sort of, 3 meters in height.
So you want a wall or a fence, don't you?
Yeah. So a nice sunny wall for them to sort of, lean up against would be perfect. Obviously, they'll get the radiated heat from there. That'll help to ripen those fruits up as well. But the plant itself is winter hardy, so you don't need to give it winter protection as such. They just want that really nice sunny spot in the garden. Not fussy on soil. You're not looking at ericaceous soil or anything here. Our professional compost would be absolutely amazing for this plant.
But they are actually really attractive when you see them growing up against a wall or a fence. And I always think when you grow your own fruit, it always tastes so much better, doesn't it?
It does, definitely.
I picked some of my raspberries this morning as I was walking around the garden. They just tasted amazing.
Yeah.
They really did. So you get all 3. They've been really popular. I'm not being funny. If we Stu said, because I'm not funny, thanks, Stu. But if we repotted one of these right now I think we could put that in a 2-litre pot. We could easily charge $15.97 for one of those in a bigger pot. But what you're getting is a really big plant in a small pot. So they do need repotting, they do need planting as soon as you get them, but you're getting really big plants for that incredible price of $13.57 for club members. And it is $340,098. Bex is going to check out the roots.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, they have quite fine roots, kiwis, don't they?
Yeah, but that's really nice and rooty.
Yeah, it's covered.
Absolutely gorgeous.
And there's loads of new strong growth on this.
Yeah.
But with
I like the red stems that come out. Actually.
Yeah, I do. It's attractive, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, really attractive. But certain plants obviously have thrived in this hot summer that we've had, and this is certainly one of them. And so it's a breed of kiwi that has been specially sourced by YouGarden to grow very, very nicely in the UK. Right, something really pretty for you right now. Stu's in a really witty mood. Was it Bex? She does look good today. Always looks good. But we have got a very pretty lavender for you next.
Yes, a lavender
it's really
anook.
pretty.
I love the fact that this has been grown into the standard as well. So you've got that lovely sort of miniature tree shape going on here, which means it's going to be perfect for those compact spaces. Maybe in pots and containers on the top of a table somewhere. We always say we can see this, sitting in a pot on one of those lovely little like wrought iron bistro sets where you go and you sit outside in the morning and drink your cup of tea. This is French lavender. You can tell that from the shape of the flowers that you've got up at the top there. I do think it's a little bit more visually interesting maybe than English lavender. Still very simple to look after, still winter hardy, still going to treat it in a very similar way. Sunny spot is ideal. They can cope in part shade. I don't care what anybody says. I have lavender in part shade and it does beautifully and it still flowers gorgeously. gorgeously there. But ideally, they like as much sun as you can possibly give them. And when it comes to maintenance, it's really simple. You've got loads of French lavender, haven't you?
I have. I've got English and French. I do love both. I agree. I think the French is a little bit more ornate. There's like little bunny ears that you've got. But I do have my French in the sunnier position. I've got my English
Fair enough.
in slight shade,
Yeah.
but I do, with my French, I do bathe it in the sun.
More sun for the French. Fair enough. You do get all of those gorgeous pollinators, as Stu is showing us here. Look, was this on the nursery, Stu? Ah, yes, so we've got all of those gorgeous pollinators just hopping around that gorgeous French lavender. And you're going to treat it the same when it comes to the care and maintenance of it. And that is very simple. I just do an annual prune. You only really need to do it once a year after the flowers are faded, so after the pollinators have stopped visiting it, because obviously you don't want to cut away any of those flowers while the bees are still hopping around. Just get your, I mean, I do it with shears. I don't even do it very carefully. Just get your shears and chop the tops off. Don't go into the woody growth, because then it won't, it won't regrow, but just chop it down. And what that does is it stops the plant from getting long, leggy, and when you see lavender with loads of gaps in it, it's because they haven't pruned it, they haven't trimmed it. By doing this, you get that wonderful kind of uniform, neat growth happening, and it does actually encourage more flowers the following year. Whereas if you don't trim it, it gets tired, it gets leggy, it gets gappy, and it doesn't look as pretty. And
you've still got a lovely fragrance. It's not quite as fragrant, I would say, as the English lavender, but it's still got a lovely fragrance.
Delightful fragrance.
Yeah, really beautiful. The one thing I'd say is just make sure it's in well-drained soil. They hate being waterlogged, so make sure you've got really good drainage. So if you are growing it, if you are growing it in a pot, which is lovely, just make sure that pot has got really good drainage. Don't let it ever sit in water. But it's beautiful. I think it's really pretty, isn't it? Really compact, really pretty. Been grown as a standard, and it is the standard nook. So I'm giggling because Stu said, "Oh yeah, you could put that in a nice little nook in your garden." Oh, he's good today, isn't he?
He's on it. He's on it today.
He is on it. Right.
Oh.
So we've got our invisible berries and cream.
Well, I moved it because it was taking over. Look at the size of it.
Wow.
It's huge.
And it's covered in buds.
So many buds. Look, you see all the buds up at the top here, ready to bloom. This is, I think, one of the classy Buddleias.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree.
Or the classiest of the Buddleias. And it's to do with the colour combination, berries and cream. It's that purple and it's that white, which I think is a very aspirational look for a lot of people in their gardens. It's certainly a little theme I want to do in a part of my garden as well. Have all the sort of pinks, purples and whites all together. Well, you've got it you've got two of them on this plant, because this is going to form those beautiful purple and white flowers on here.
And I'm totally with you on that in terms of colour palette. When it was the Queen's Platinum Jubilee, the colour was, you remember the colour palette was purple, white and silver, and I did that in the pub garden, and it did look really tasteful that year. I mean, sometimes I just do a mishmash of all colours, but I themed it that year for the Jubilee, and it looked amazing, So purple and white, either with, say pinks and silvers, just beautiful. And again, just like the previous Buddleia, the tricolour, it is a magnet for butterflies. They're easy to grow, nice in a position. I always prune mine just as new green growth starts in the springtime, and you can give a Buddleia a good, in terms of professional cutting, a good hack back.
Yeah, hack
you really
it.
can.
You can.
Yeah.
And they grow quite vigorously, so you don't need to worry about hacking it back at all. Completely hardy.
I love that term, don't you?
Yeah, hack it back.
But it's true.
It loves a sunny spot. It's going to bring all those pollinators into your garden. If you deadhead the flowers as well, whilst it's flowering, between normally July and September, you can encourage more to come through.
And they always flower new growth, so you really can get such amazing displays with minimum effort for that one. But it is a beautiful Buddleia, and if you are a club member, you can get that today for just £12.74 with postage included. Now, just to remind everybody, if you are new to the live stream, good morning. Thank you for joining us here live on YGTV. That's YouGarden TV. Myself, Sean Ryan, Bex Edwards. We've got Stu, who does all the technical stuff. And a few things you need to know. There is a special offer code on the screen. That's really important to use that. You can use it on the website or the phone lines. It is YGTV 29.25. That gives you free postage on everything on the show. So that's compost, that's pots, that's all of the plants, even the massive plants. There are two prices on the screen. There's a red one and the yellow one. Which one do you prefer, Bex?
The yellow one, please.
Me too. And that is a club discount price. That is 15% lower. And all you need to do is join the club today. It's only £10 for the entire year. And we'll tell you more about that if you're thinking, oh, wonder what other benefits to get from the club. We will tell you more about that in the near future as well. And you can either, say, order on our website, or you can even give us a call today as well. Right, so that was a Buddleia Bears and Cream.
Yeah, I'm just moving that out of the way because it's so big it's taken over from all the other plants. We've got the gorgeous hydrangea for you next. This is called Magical Fire. And it's because, okay, this is part of the magical series that we bring you, and that means you've got colour changing flowers on here, and you're going to get some really sort of fiery coloured looking flowers. They start off white, and then they're going to transition through shades of pink going into almost red tones as well. So nice fiery colours that you get on here. You're still going to get those lovely conical, dense, quite densely packed clusters of flowers on here that are going to turn that lovely deep reddish pink tone. And you do get lovely bushy foliage growth from hydrangeas as well. We do love a hydrangea, don't we?
We do. And the magical range that we have here at YouGarden is one of the most outstanding, so changing colour. Now, we actually do sell hydrangeas as bare roots, but again, look at the price. You're getting a really big established hydrangea. Should definitely flower this year. Many of them have flowered or are flowering.
There is a little flower on the base there. But yes, apparently these were potted up earlier as bare roots. Am I right, Stu? By us earlier in the year, January, February time, we potted these up as bare roots. And then we're going to get all of this. I mean, it's amazing how quick hydrangeas grow as well. So you're going to get lovely foliage growth from this, and you'll get flowers too. And
that one will be, I mean, it'll grow to about a metre 20, and it will be fully established in about 3 years. Yeah. So, I mean, you know, you think about that, it's already a big plant, but it will be fully grown in about 3 years. And the flowers, those conical flowers, those paniculars, what did I just say?
Paniculars. Paniculatas.
Paniculatas. I thought I'd missed a bit out of that. The paniculatas, rather. They can grow to about 30 centimetres.
Yeah, they get really big.
Yeah. And they make a stunning cut flower. They make a great dried flower as well.
I like the colour change. I think that's the most sort of visually interesting thing about it, isn't it? The fact that you've got that colour changing that happens.
Yeah. But again, fully winter hardy. The main thing, as many of you probably know with a hydrangea, it needs to be kept moist. It likes a moist soil. It doesn't like to dry out. A hydrangea will let you know when it's thirsty, will literally flop. So make sure it's well watered, but it's a stunning variety. In terms of pruning, paniculatas, again, always flower on new growth, so you can cut it right back when you need to, and you still get some amazing flowers. Right, we're going to do a little reminder. What's coming up next, Bex?
A review, a reminder. We're going to answer some questions. I've got lots of plants to bring up for you.
There's loads down here.
Olwyn, yes, your photos did come through on Thursday. I'm sorry, my lovely, we did not show them. I'm going to go back to Thursday and I'm going to show your photos.
Yeah. Blame it on Bex. That's
blame
what
it on
I say.
me. I'm sorry. I will bring them up for you.
We do our best to show everything.
Yeah, we do. Sometimes we get quite a lot, so we have to skip some. So apologies. Yours was at the top of that, so I'll bring them in.
And sometimes, you know, we can't see them properly because Bex forgets her glasses. I can't see them anyway.
I need to get my eyes tested again, actually.
Do you? I need some glasses. I do. Right. Anyway, let's remind you what we've seen so far here this morning. So yeah, we saw this amazing tricoloured Buddleia. This is a really exciting Buddleia. You've got 3 stunning colours. You've got the pink, the lilac, and that creamy white there. It grows a couple of metres or so, and it will massively attract those pollinators. Easy to grow, winter hardy, just needs a sunny spot, a nice, well-drained soil. But honestly, one of the easiest plants to grow, but the tricolour is a really exciting Buddleia. You know, if you're someone that thinks, oh, Buddleia is a little bit boring, not the tricolour. It is absolutely splendid. Now, a lot of you have been commenting on the value of the rhododendrons, and they have amazing value. They truly are. I love this one. You get 3 glorious colours, but you get like the bluey lilac, you get a red, and you get a pink as well. They are working out for club members just £8.49 each. I mean, under £8.50, postage included. And they are big. You know, they arrive in the 15th century pots. Rhododendrons have glossy evergreen foliage all year round. They flower sort of April, May time, generally speaking. They're winter hardy. The only thing they do need is an acid soil. So if you haven't got an acid soil, buy some of our ericaceous compost. You've got it on free delivery today. 511673. Then we've got an absolute favourite. Bex and I love this. We know it's been really popular with you gardening friends out there, and it is the Euonymus. A plant that, I mean, I know it as seed blossom. Some people know it as Mexican fleabane. What you need to know, it's a brilliant ground cover plant. It will survive in the poorest of soils. It is drought tolerant, but it comes back every single year and it creates the most beautiful clouds of these lovely flowers. The flowers change colour actually, so when they first come out they're white, and then as they age they go through various shades of pink. You may know 50 Shades of Grey. Well, we're talking potentially 50 Shades of Pink for this one. 560 640 at 1272. Then we've got a beautiful Nandina, known as Nandina Obsessed. And this is a really easy plant. So it's always evergreen, it's always changing colour, it's always interesting. It's a great crowd pleaser. When I say that, it will really go in any garden. It will go in pots and containers, sunshade, anything in between, all soil types. Even will tolerate polluted areas as well. So if you live in a city, could be perfect as well. But it's a really good one. It's a hard working plant, that one. 510 759 for the Nandina Obsessed. And then every week we have a brand new Rose of the Week. This one, Rose of the Year in, remember, 2019. That's a big award to win. And actually, very few climbing roses ever win that one, so it's stunning. Been bred by Hartness. Grows about 2.50 meters. It's got a delicate fragrance. It repeat flowers all summer long. Hartness roses, I mean, they haven't used fungicides and pesticides since the 1990s. So they were way ahead of their game in terms of organic gardening. And because of that, their roses are naturally very, very disease resistant. So, you know, if you're looking for a really great performing rose, then this is one to go for. You might even want to go for two. You know, if you've got something like an archway, one either side, superb. 530 344. Then we've got the Cordyline, not any old Cordyline. This is Torbay Dazzler, and it really is a dazzler. These are big. I mean, I've seen the samples. They're really big. They're really well established. They have this particular one has the most stunning markings on the leaves. So you've got creams, you've got greens, you've got a beautiful pink in the centre. And as the plant ages, that gets more pronounced. They work in so many different situations in the garden. They can look contemporary, they can look great in a country cottage garden, just to add some extra interest in terms of shapes and forms. Winter hardy, we say it's about -5, -6. So they should make it through most winters always in the UK. And as they get more mature, they form a lovely big stem, and then you get all the foliage on the top, so it looks a little bit like a palm almost. But that particular one is very, very striking and very, very beautiful. And then one of my top tips today would be to go for the Amanagawa. This is the beautiful cherry tree. And what is different about this one, it produces the most stunning blossom, but on a tree that grows tall and slim. So this one is never gonna be really wide. It's never gonna overtake your garden and create too much shade. So it's great for smaller gardens. It's great for the corner of a garden. And again, the value today is incredible. You know, we are looking at not their root, but a 5-litre potted established cherry blossom tree. Now we've said they're 80 centimetres, but we've seen the samples on the nursery, and a lot of those are bigger than that. Now we're not, you know, we guarantee a minimum, you know, around 80 centimetres, but yours may be a little bit taller than that one. And that's 5-1, 543. Amanagawa, by the way, means Milky Way. That's what it translates to. And that is down to the shape of this stunning tree. 2124 is the club discount price. Now, Bex predicted this. She said she thought the kiwi would be the most popular. With it being a triple pack, I think the value is so fantastic. So you're going to get 3 of these for £13.57. That's the club discount price. And Yes, you can grow kiwis in the UK. This is winter hardy. What we say is it needs a sunny position to get the best out of it, and it does need something to lean against. So you want to grow this one against a wall or a fence. It's not one that you put in the middle of your border. Upper sheds would be fine, trellis, but it just needs that bit of support as well. But it's a gorgeous kiwi, particularly adapted for the UK climate. 340,098. Then we brought you the French lavender. Ooh la la with this one. Yes, it is the Nook. Now these are really, really pretty. They're a French lavender, so you've got like the bunny ears on the top. French lavender is a bit more ornate compared to English. It is easy to grow, but it does love a sunny position, well-drained soil. As we were saying, when the flowers go over, just take those off, give it a little gentle prune to keep it in shape. If you ever get any side shoots coming out the stem, just pinch those off as well. But it's a great compact variety, ideal for smaller gardens, and lovely in a little pot or container. Really pretty, that one. Comes back every year, generally speaking winter hardy as well, with a gorgeous scent, 511725. And then we brought you a really gorgeous hydrangea. It's a paniculata, so you've got those lovely kind of cone shapes, those conical flowers. And this one is colour changing. So they start off like a creamy white, and then as they age they go pink. And actually by autumn time, that pink is really, really intense. Grows about 1.20 m. It's already really well established. And if you order it today, you are saving £20. 511635. But we have, we've mentioned a couple of times that there are two prices on the screen. One of them is a red price. That is still really good, you know. Hydrangea paniculata, magical fire, $14.99. But you can save 15% and get a price of $12.74 today just by joining our club. And here's Bex and I to tell you a little bit more. If you love your garden as much as we love ours, then why not join the YouGarden Discount Club?
The club has been running for many years, and it's where thousands of our customers enjoy a whole host of benefits to ensure that they get the most out of their gardens for less.
Now is a great time to join the YouGarden Discount Club, as the benefits have just got even better. So what do you get when you join the club?
Firstly, our members will get bigger discount rates all year round. So you'll now receive 15% off our range of plants and accessories, and that's on top of any other discounts you might have.
For those bigger investments, such as garden furniture or lawnmowers, for example, you now get 7.5% discount on all of our outdoor living and machinery range.
In addition to the ongoing discounts, you'll also get more voucher value when you join or renew your club membership. We will send you 4 £5 product vouchers, which you can redeem throughout the year against the cost of your orders.
And as a new added benefit, you will now receive 2 free P&P vouchers, which can be redeemed against the cost of your shipping.
Club members get priority access to exclusive offers and brand new products at our best prices.
We'll keep you up to date with fantastic advice and top tips from our grown experts and professional gardeners to make sure that you get the most from your new purchases and existing plants. The best way to join the club is with our auto-renewal subscription. You'll pay £10 per year, then at the end of the year we will automatically renew your membership to ensure you retain all of your benefits. Plus, the price you pay when you join will never go up for as long as you remain a member, and that's a guarantee.
And remember, when you join the club, you will start saving from the very first order you make, as the discounts will be applied immediately. So with all that the YouGarden Discount Club has to offer, why not join us and start saving today?
We'd love to help you make the most of your garden for less with the YouGarden Discount Club. Hey, that's how you join the club. That's how you save loads of money. Bex has just given me a strep song.
I have.
Does that sound slightly better? Not really, does it?
It might help. It might help. Right, let's jump into the chat,
yes.
Shall we? So many questions coming in. Sorry, it's logged me out of YouTube. I've just got to go back in. It seems to kick me out every now and then. So annoying. Right, let's have a look at what you're all saying in the YouTube chat, shall we? There's so many of you in there chatting away. Thank you so much. We love spending our Sunday mornings with you.
Everyone's saying I sound beautiful today, Bex.
So we're really glad that you like spending your Sunday mornings with us as well.
Yeah, do you know, I always think Sunday morning is such the right time for gardening, isn't it? You know? Hopefully you get out in your gardens this afternoon. Right, let's see some great pictures there.
Well, Suzanne is asking, hi all, can anyone help? My petunia has gone very leggy. Where do I cut it back to? I'd love the bushy look of it in my hanging basket. They can sometimes get a bit leggy, can't they?
They can, and do you know what? I have chopped mine back quite harshly, and they've come back beautifully. So I would honestly, don't be scared of doing it.
You don't need to, there's no particular skill to it at all, just
no.
literally chop
Any
it.
stems that you look, because you'll see the way petunias flower, they flower along the stem. So what you'll probably find is that some of those long leggy stems, you've just got a couple of flowers at the end, then you've got all of the seed pods forming. So don't be shy, just cut back any bit that looks, my rule would be any bit that doesn't look attractive,
just
cut it back. And then what I would do, I would really start feeding. So if you have not been feeding already, really start feeding those petunias with blooming fast.
Yeah.
And I would feed them once a week by now, but they will grow back. I've done it before, the pub hanging baskets. I thought, if they start looking a mess, don't be scared, because only mid-July, and potentially they could flower way into October.
Yeah, so there's lots of time
So
left.
just chop up any bits that don't look good.
Paul was asking what was the one that attracted the butterflies. It's called Buddleia. We've actually got 3 on the show today. There's the berries and cream, the tricolour, and you can get the candy ones as well, where you get a triple pack, and they only go to about 80 centimetres. So you can go onto the website, click on live now, scroll down, show you everything that we've got on there. But Buddleia is the one that gives you all of those butterflies.
But as Bex was saying, it's a choice of 3, and it's just deciding which ones that you like the most. But do use the code, don't forget, to get the free postage and packaging. So there's a berries and cream, then there's a tricolour. They're very different. Like the tricolour, if you love like out there colours, you know, that to me is like a bit like a festival. It's bold, it's bright. Buddleia and cream is a bit more subdued, a little bit more subtle, I should say. And then the small varieties that Bex just mentioned are the candy series. The main thing about those, they have been bred to only go to 80 centimetres. So if you've got a smaller garden, or if you want to grow them in pots, then you want the candy series, definitely. Right.
Love it. You're all talking about what a wonderful community it is here. Rhiannon says, my Kojo has some brown leaves. Should I trim them? I think you can quite happily. If it's ruining the look of the plant, you can trim them away.
I would.
Obviously, a few leaves have got scorched this year, so yes, you can trim them if you want to.
I mean, those brown leaves are never going to turn green again.
No.
So yeah, you might as well take them off.
So get rid of them. Do it. They're pretty tough, hardy
Do you know
plants,
what
those, don't worry.
So when I did a makeover of my friend's garden the other day, I took off any brown leaves. There was quite a few on lots of the plants.
Lovely. So that's the chat. I mean, there's lots of other chats, but I'm not going to read all of them. But hopefully we're answering all your questions. If I've missed any, just stick it back in the chat so that I can see it as the latest message. So many emails. Neil E. Hello, Neil E. Hi, Bex and Sean. Just a few pics of the hollyhocks from the perennial mix from YouGarden. So his hollyhocks are coming up and flowering as well. Wow! Oh, look, what is that? The eryngium down in the bottom corner? Whoa! Sorry, I know we're looking at hollyhocks.
And don't forget, those hollyhocks will get even taller next year.
Yeah, they will. So you're getting some gorgeous results this year. Now,
wow, hang on.
All right, hang on a minute. No. Fair enough.
No, that's
looking pretty good.
That's looking very good.
Is that this year's, or is that from a previous year, Neil?
I think that's from a previous year.
That's amazing. It's huge. It's lovely.
Yeah.
Love it. Final one from Neil. Another lovely double flowers as well.
I love the doubles.
Yeah, look, really petalicious, roughly beautiful flowers there. Very nice, Neil. Well done, you. Gillian is up next. So, Gillian, morning, guys. I'm just in love with my garden now. Has never looked this good since I've been watching and ordering and learning so much from you all.
Gillian.
That's a nice message.
Oh my word, that just looks amazing. Oh, zoom in, let's see what's going on.
Gillian! That looks like the most Is that...
So we've got salvias at the front, that looks things.
Oh, that looks like the most attractive place to sit.
I love the layout, don't you?
That's gorgeous.
So it's like really quite, enclosed, and then you've got that. I love all the decking and things, and then all the raised beds. Lovely.
Gillian.
Very tasteful.
Gillian, very, very nice. Look at that. That accent wall is stunning.
It's been really well designed, this, hasn't it? It really has.
What a good job you've done.
Yeah, I love the Cordyline, the pots at the back as well. Yeah, I like that.
We're impressed,
I tell you
Gillian.
what,
we are impressed.
It's been really hard to make lawns look good this year, so I bet you're glad.
Bonus points, you sent a picture of a dog. Yeah, hello. Oh. Hello, baby. Oh, look. That looks really pretty.
Lovely dog.
Thank you so much, Gillian, for sending your
So
pictures.
lovely garden as well, but I love golden retrievers, I really do.
Julia, morning, Bets and Sean. Here are some of my flowers from YouGarden. Kind regards, Julia.
Hello, Julia.
Ah,
Gorgeous lilies.
I do love a lily.
I do.
They're so bright, they're so bold, they smell amazing.
And they're actually so easy, generally
I
speaking.
adore them. I trimmed a few heads off the top of mine because they just faded the other day. Leave the stems to die back down, but I just trimmed the tops off. Ah, they're looking so good. I've still got loads of lilies flowering as well. Beautiful, Julia. Final one. Oh no, she sent loads. I'm just gonna pick randoms. I can't show them all, Julia. Love it though. Oh, this is what I meant to bring in today. I was gonna bring my pot of my agapanthus in, so you can see that it's flowering.
Because remember, this is the first year Bex has ever got hers to flower.
Oh, I love an agapanthus.
It was worth the journey, wasn't it?
Worth the journey.
Do you know what? Again, what I love about gardening is every year's different. And because we've had such a dry, hot summer, the agapanthus have loved it, haven't they?
Yeah, they have.
Pineapple guava!
She's got a pineapple guava in flower. Here it is.
Oh, my word.
Aren't they amazing?
They really are. Mine hasn't flowered this year.
No.
No, it's only been there a couple of years, but...
Next year, maybe.
Yeah.
That looks great, Julia.
What did you say, Stu?
Well done. There it is, behind you. If you want to get a pineapple guava, by the way, you can get them today. I mean, they are stunning, stunning plants.
Yeah. I mean, I had one in my last garden, and it grew to pretty much full size, which is about 2 by 2 metres. But when they flower, you saw there, the flowers are out of this world, but the foliage is gorgeous on the pineapple guava. And then some summers, if you get a good summer, you will get fruit as well. And the fruit's like a little bit like a kiwi. I call it like a shaved kiwi. Delicious, pineapple tasting mixed with guava, but that is a really good price for that gorgeous plant, $14.44. And I always think, just as a foliage plant, it's actually really attractive, but then you get the bonus of those exotic flowers and then sometimes the fruits as well.
Yeah.
It's one of my favourites.
Gribby sent us a video.
Oh.
This is an update on his pond. Hopefully this is going to work. Play. So the fish are in, they're settling. Look, you can see the little fishes. Oh, can I do that? Okay, try that. Oh, yeah, nice. Hang on, let's press play again. So he's put the fish in, they're settling in well, he's got all the plants going on, he's got his little waterfall. Ah, oh, that's lovely. I bet that sounds gorgeous as well.
Isn't he?
Well done, you.
That looks great. I need to hire you.
Oh, and a pic I took a couple of years back of butterflies on my Buddleia, again from Grimmy. Oh, that's a nice picture. Can I do that? Yeah, look at that. That is what we're talking about with Buddleia. That's exactly what we mean.
They just love the Buddleia.
They love them so much.
They do. They love the fragrance, they love the colours. Right, should we do one more, Bex?
One more then. John sent in. John, who's down in Cornwall, isn't he? Just sent some pictures of his lovely Cornish garden. Look at that.
I mean, that's a full garden. Love it.
Verbena going on there. There's hollyhocks in there. There's all sorts going on in there. Wow.
That's it. You've got the hardy gerberas.
Gerberas.
Yeah. That's one we did earlier on in the year.
So
Philadelphus.
Lovely dahlia. Geranium at the bottom there.
Yeah.
Lilies. Oh, that's interesting. Gorgeous.
Yeah. What's that type of lily? But I don't know which one.
I'd love to be in your garden, John, in Cornwall.
In Cornwall, you see, you get a few more exotic things going there, don't you?
You are in Cornwall. I'm sure you are.
Yeah.
Hang on, yeah, John in Cornwall. Lovely, very good. Still got Anne, Marisia, Sheila, Eleanor, MMC, and Tony. Hopefully we'll get to your emails very soon.
We certainly will. So if you have just joined us, good morning. Welcome to YouGarden TV. And it is all about our garden community. But actually, I'll tell you what else it's about. Great prices, and you do get fantastic prices when you shop with us. And the way to get the very best value, I know loads of you know this already, is to use that very special offer code, which today is YGTV2925. Now, Victoria's on Facebook and she's asked, why have we not got any 50-litre pots?
We do have 50 litres, yes, Victoria. If you go onto the website, search for 50L, and then they will come up there. Are we going to be able to use a code, Stu, or no? Let's find out, shall we? You might be able to get them with free. It's still paying postage on that one. I don't think we got them on the show, but you can get them. They are available. If you're a club member, you might have some of those postage vouchers to use.
But hang on, was it 50 centimetres or 50 litres?
50 litres.
50 litres.
Let's have a look, see if the other pack. There's a 3x50 that's available somewhere. Stu's going to find you the item number, and we might be able to then, you can sometimes use the old codes to get them through with the free postage.
Yeah.
I mean, look, there's a theme. Last week's code was 2825. The week before was 2725.
I see what you're saying, and next week's
Stu's telling me to be quiet.
Okay.
Everyone knows.
You've worked it out, haven't you?
Try some old codes.
So we are, yeah, we're seeing if you can...
Still try as well, but that's basically what you can try and do.
Oh, dear.
Okay, if I'm not back next week, you know why.
Well, you're not back for summer next week. Right. We are going to move on to a gorgeous lilac.
A new one for you.
A new one, yes. Beauty of Moscow.
Yeah.
And it is a beauty. You've not seen it before. Brand new for today's show, $19.99, $16.99 for club members. Already a really well-established
Beautifully
lilac,
established. Look at the size of these stems here. Really nice and strong and girthy. Let's get inside the pot, shall we?
Can I have a go? Do you want me to...
Yeah. Pull. Oh, well done. Yeah, there you go. Nice, rooty, well grown on, beautifully healthy plant. Pretty sure that's been grown on by us because I'm recognising our compost there as well. Now, what you're going to get on here are wonderful two-tone blooms. You've got the sort of pale pink to snowy white colours. Look at that. That's going to be really, so elegant.
I mean, lilac, we think of it as kind of quite big, bold colours.
Yes.
So this particular breed is a lot more delicate, isn't it?
Really beautiful, very elegant, very still nectar rich and fragrant for your garden as well. So still going to bring the pollinators in and still going to give you all of that wonderful scent that you want from lilac in your garden.
And this one is going to get to a good size, but not overwhelming?
No, I mean, it could get several metres if you want it to. It can get nice and big, but of course, you can prune lilac, you can chop it back, you can almost hack it back, can't you? And it will still regrow for you. It is award-winning too. It's got the RHS Award of Garden Merit. Get rid of that grapevine. That grapevine's trying to steal the show.
I don't think I've ever seen this one actually in blossom in real life.
I agree.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I've seen it, no. But you will get those beautiful blooms exactly when you would expect them to be, sort of, May, June time. So spring going into summer is where you should expect to see that. Look at those flowers. Look how pretty they are.
But if you wanted to let it grow to full size, what, 6 metres or so?
Yeah, probably.
Meters, yeah,
it gets several metres in height. So if you've got the space and you want one of those great big, luscious, amazing lilac trees,
stunning,
you absolutely can. And I think at full size, that really would be standout. But for people like me who don't have that massive garden and don't have that space, you can keep them smaller. So don't panic. You've got options depending on the size of your space.
Just looking at that that film there, I love the colour of the buds as well, don't you? Because you can really see the different shades of pink and the white. It's a very tasteful one.
Really elegant.
Tasteful.
Winter hardy, of course, no extra winter protection needed. Deciduous plant will drop its leaves in winter, but luscious foliage throughout from spring right the way through to autumn, where it'll give you a fiery display just before it drops its leaves, and the fragrance you're going to get from that is what's going to be the most unbelievable thing.
I always think it will do best in full sun if possible.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a little bit shade, but full sun it will absolutely thrive. I think, I like that one. I think I can find room for that.
You can find room for that,
we are busy today. Thank you so much to everyone that's placed an order. But if you'd like to order, don't forget that it's 511636, and you can order right now, but use that offer code YGTV2925 to get the price of only $69. That is amazing when you look at the size it's getting in the 3-litre pot. Do you know, I think that that Strepsil's helped a bit, Bex.
Good.
Do you think it's helped a bit, Stu?
It sounds a bit better.
Do I still sound like I've swallowed a cheese grater or not? Yeah, slightly better?
Slightly better.
Slightly better, good. Right, we're going to move on to something that, again, is new on the show, and it is the Euonymus, but as a standard. I've got loads of these in the garden, but I've never seen them as a standard.
No, really interesting as a standard. I just bought the shrubs. You know, I think we had them on here a couple of weeks ago. I just bought them this emerald and gold Euonymus.
You did it for a hedge, didn't you?
I'm doing it for the hedge in the front garden. But I love the idea of these as a tree shape here. So we've got it as a grafted plant. So this has been grafted onto the top of a dwarfing rootstock, which means that this isn't actually going to get much taller. This will fill. I mean, it's already quite full and bushy, isn't it? But you can allow that to fill out and get even bigger and bushier if you want to. Or what I really like about this is you've got gorgeous evergreen colour, lovely emeralds and golden tones. You could topiary this as well. So obviously you've got these shoots that are coming out, but you could trim those back and have that proper ball, that proper lollipop of colour up at the top. I think you've got options. If you like the wild and free, let it grow wild and free. If you like the trimmed, neat shape from topiary, you could do that with this too.
And I always think with the Euonymus, it's so reliable. This one has got the RHS Award of Garden Merit, which I know. Yeah, we sort of like sometimes just casually say, oh, it's got the RHS Award of Garden Merit. That means it's gone through rigorous testing. You know, there are so many plants that do not have that award and get nowhere close to it, but it means it's reliable, it's tried and tested, it's going to perform really well in the UK, in most gardens, most situations. And I also, we both love standards. You know, they add such an elegance to a garden, they add height, they add dimension, but it's getting the right one. And this one looks good all year round, and that is important. You know, a lot of other standards maybe have their moments, but this looks good every single day of the year. And I always think if you invest in this, and you might want to go for pear, you can change it throughout the year. You can underplant it. So if it's in a pot, you could. Right now, you'd want your summer bedding underneath, then winter bedding, then maybe imagine lots of your spring flowering bulbs. Imagine some beautiful, maybe purple crocus underplanted with that.
Oh, nice! Yeah, lovely.
There are so many reasons to get this. And it is already really well established. And I mean, I'm thinking of some of the standards I've got. I mean, we've got things like the twisted olives, which are lovely. I've got bay trees. We've got the syringas. But I don't think any of those necessarily look as good as this and are quite as easy as this.
All year round, looking amazing and very low maintenance, and actually not the most fussy when it comes to the amount of watering it's going to need. They're pretty tolerant of they'll be tolerant of shade, they'll be tolerant of drought. You know, they're really simple. Yeah, they are. It's very. Again, it's really quite hard to go wrong with that one. 511-645. If you'd like to order it, it is just $29.99 with a £10 saving, or $25.49 for club members as well. So lovely to have so many new people joining us today as well. Everybody. With myself, Sean Ryan, Bex Edwards, Stu's doing all the technical things. But yes, we are live from the potting shed, and we are here every Thursday, 10 till 12, and then every Sunday from 9:30 until 12:30. And I like this show because you always have a bit more time to talk about things, don't you? We do, yes. It's not too frantic. We do get to show you pictures, we answer your questions and talk to you about our favourite subject, which is gardening and plants. We do have our premium professional compost to show you next, and I do want to get across to everybody, well, we do, that you need to use the best compost if you want to get the best results. I mean, it's a simple statement.
But it's so true.
But some people think that they can just buy, you know, that cheap rubbish compost and still get amazing results. And it really is a false economy, honestly. You will not get the same results if you use an inferior compost, and we have a superior compost.
And do you know, whenever I have tried other composts, and occasionally I do, sometimes I run out, I'm always disappointed. I've never found a compost as good as ours. Have you?
We've got loads of people doing testing for us, actually, who are doing their own comparisons. I mean, we've done it ourselves, so we know, but they've done it on their own and planted the same plant in this compost and the same plant in another compost. And they are then sending us the results and saying, it actually is amazing.
And you think about this is compost that we grow our plants in on the nursery, so it has to be the best. You know, if we could find a better compost, we would be using it. And it's compost that we've used for many, many years. And actually, when we look at the reviews, we always tell you what's in it, but quite often in your reviews, you tell us what's not in it. You're like, oh, there's no rubbish in it. There's no big chunks in it. You know, sometimes you buy a cheap compost, you open it up, and you've got huge tweaks.
Imagine that being the thing that you're like, that's just bizarre to me that that's what people have to comment on. And unfortunately, that is what you get in other composts. Let's tell you what is in it, shall we? Because it's really important you understand these sort of ingredients in here. Now, it's a peat-reduced compost, so there are elements of peat in here. We've got dark, light, and we've got renewable sources of peat, which is called sphagnum moss. We've been reducing that quantity down for many years, way before any environmental concerns. We do still use a minimal amount, though, but we still get those amazing results from it. So it's been replaced with lots of other amazing ingredients.
Yeah, including 50% composted wood fibre, and that gives it this incredible texture. And, you know, some of the things that you said about, oh, there's no lumps, no chunks in it, because of our composted wood fibre, that texture means that when roots are developing, they can access everything. They can find the water, the nutrients, the oxygen so easily. And you imagine if, you know, you're planting some seeds and that poor little seed sends out a root and the first thing it hits is a big chunk of bark.
Yeah.
You know, it's not going to be good for it. But this has that lovely open texture. Sometimes cheaper composts are very dank and damp smelling, do you know what I mean? They can be very sort of like, you open up a bag and it doesn't smell good. Ours has the most amazing smell. It's really fresh. It's really earthy. I can see some green balls.
Yeah, the green balls that you can see in it, those are they're green and they're tan. That is the slow release fertiliser. That releases feed into your compost for a good, I mean, between 4 and 6 months, basically. So it's feeding your plants, and it doesn't matter what you're planting in here. It could be seeds through to trees and everything in between. This is going to be the perfect compost for them.
Now, one of my favourite ingredients in our compost is the wetting agent, and it's a really clever product.
Yeah.
It's been a really dry summer. So many composts, particularly the coir-based ones, are drying out and they're not rehydrating. You know, they're really struggling to hold on to moisture. Have you got certain pots that you just cannot seem to get rehydrated? Our wetting agent means that when you water this, the water literally glues straight back to the compost and rehydrates uber quickly, and that makes such a difference. You know, it's been a tough, challenging summer. It's been beautiful, but watering has been a problem. Our wetting agent means that this compost rehydrates so quickly, and that to me is a massive, massive factor. And the pH buffer.
Yeah, so it's exactly the right spot for the majority of your plants to live happily in, basically. It's your multi-purpose compost, but it's not any old multi-purpose. It's a premium compost, and that's the important thing to get across to you. It comes to you as 100 litres in the 2 50-litre bags. It comes boxed as well. Obviously, 50 litres is much easier to move around than 100 litres. Hence why you get 2 bags.
I really don't like 100-litre bags. They're too heavy.
Big.
Yeah. So if you want to go for that one, but remember, if you are a club member, you save £3.75 just on your compost every time you order. So actually, three orders of compost and you get your membership money back. That's the way I look at it. Right, so it's been super popular today. Our Rhododendron hybrid collection. The value on these, just really quickly, you get 3 of them. You get a lilac, which is stunning. You get a red, you get a pink. £29.97, £25.47 is the club price. Bex, you worked out £8.49 each.
Yeah, evergreen plants, so glossy green foliage, amazingly established as well. Yeah, there are 3 of them, by the way. Look, all 3 you're going to receive. Really glossy, beautiful evergreen foliage and some of the most showy flowers in spring. You just need to make sure you've got your acid soil, please. This is the exception to the premium professional compost. This is the one that you need the ericaceous compost for. And
the colours, I mean, all of them adorable. Lilac, red and the pink there. Yeah, I like your description, showy flowers, because they are. You know, these are not retiring plants in springtime. It's amazing with the rhododendron, it just gets covered, generally speaking, it really does. Now we've also got a really useful plant for you when it comes to getting butterflies in your garden, and it is the Buddleia tricolour. So many of you are really enjoying this summer because of the big increase in butterflies, but this is a magnet for butterflies. And what I love is the fact that it's an exciting, more colourful Buddleia. You know, it's different. You've got 3 colours. You've got a pink, you've got like a cream, and you've got the lilac as well. But it's actually 3 separate plants that have been grown together.
It is. So they've been selected so that you get a sort of, consistent growth rate out of all of them, and hopefully, you know, a good amount of flowering at the same time. You might get a little bit of crossover, one slightly later than the other, but generally they've been selected so that you do get that amazing display. You can see all three of those flowers together, bringing all those butterflies in, are completely winter hardy, really simple and easy to look after, almost bulletproof. This one just... Yeah, it's really tricky to kill a Buddleia.
And I saw these on the nursery, and a lot of them now are in bud, and some are just coming into flower.
Yeah.
So yes, you will get lots of flowers this year, and yours may even have a few on it when it arrives. And then don't forget, we've got the Nandina Obsessed, which is the most easiest plant to grow, but it is one of the most, I think, colourful, because it changes colour throughout the year.
It does. I mean, it's the new growth that sort of comes through,
Yeah,
all
look
those
at this.
reds and oranges and burgundy tones, and then you've got the green foliage on there as well. So visual interest is absolutely stunning, but it is like that all year round as well, because this is evergreen, can get through any summer and any winter. They can cope with heat, they can cope with cold, they can cope with coastal locations, and they can cope with city locations if there's more pollution. So genuinely just a very tough, hardy, easy to look after plant that has some of the most beautiful colour tones.
And do you know, a lot of plants in the last month or so, when we've had the high temperatures in their 30s, have got a little bit brown in terms of leaves. I don't think I've seen any Nandinas on the nursery suffering.
No.
You know, and there's really, I don't mind telling you, on some of the really hot days, some of our plants did get a little bit scorched or go a little bit limp. Not this one. So I think it can withstand temperatures up to about 40 degrees.
It can, yeah. It goes down to minus 20 and plus 40. It's really easy, this one.
That's a tough old plant, that
it
one.
Is.
And it is only, say, $17.99, $15.29 is your discount club price. I just love Nandina, so I think we both just highly recommend them in terms of ease, in terms of colour and performance. Right, then we've got the Erigeron.
One of the most useful and long flowering plants that you can put in your garden. Loves a sunny spot, copes in a part shade spot. Wonderful as ground cover, suppressing weeds, and will flower for, I'm going to say, from about the end of April going into May, right the way through to September, October time. Beautiful colour changing flowers, and just a gorgeous, easy plant. And actually, do you know what? Ground cover, brilliant. Pots, amazing. But I also think hanging baskets, this would be a great addition to.
I'd like to
As a perennial
basket.
hanging basket, I think this would work really nicely.
Well, I did a whole border in my garden. It was like an area full of rubble and rocks, full of weeds, actually. Didn't know what to do with it. So I planted it with the Erigeron, and it just looked fantastic. And it was so easy. Have a look at this. Well, this is where I've put Erigeron in my garden, because this whole board, I'll be honest, it's very rubbly. Haven't really worked out quite what to do with it, but I wanted ground cover. And there's only about 3 plants here. They've been here a couple of years, and they just flower all summer long for 6-7 months of the year. And what I've done, I've actually extended. So now, because they did so well there, and this is often a tip, if you see a plant doing well, then you might want to repeat it somewhere nearby or get a similar variety. So I've actually just planted a few more plants along here. And the great thing is they will just flower and flower all summer long. Each plant can get up to about 1 metre by metre. The flowers change colour, so sometimes they're white, sometimes they're dark pink, light pink. And at the end of the year, all I'll do is literally trim them back, and we'll do it all again next year and the year after and the year after. It's known as Mexican fleabane. That's the popular name for it. And it's one of those plants that will tolerate a very poor soil, likes lots of sun, and needs very little love and attention. It's just a brilliant ground cover plant that will flower all summer long and produce thousands of flowers. And they're like little daisies, which I love.
So there you go, looking absolutely amazing, and it does look amazing in every single garden spot that you put them in. You're going to get 3 9-centimetre pots included in there. Your discount club price is £12.72. We have basically given you a half-price deal, and then because you're a club member, you'll still get a 15% discount. We're all about the savings here at YouGarden. Right, we are going to talk to you about some pots now. We're bringing a brand new pot in for you. Not brought this one into the potting shed before. I do like a square pot. There's something about it that is a bit more, what's the word, aspirational, elegant, contrasting against, you know, the rounder foliage that you get.
And also I think they can save space as well.
Yeah, right, because you can butt them up against each other, can't you?
So they are, I love a square pot too. I really like this one. It's called the Classic Estate.
Look at that.
It's got, It does look very high-end, actually, doesn't it?
Definitely, particularly with that darker colour to it as well. We've put the Euonymus in it, and I do think with the emerald and gold of the foliage up at the top and the dark colour of, the plant pot at the bottom, that works really nicely. And square pots with the standards, particularly if you're going for that sort of lollipop round shape up at the top, that works really nicely.
Although I'm down to the Cordyline as well.
I mean, that would look so good as well, wouldn't it? And especially as that grows taller and gets the tree shape, you can then underplant it. You can do that with either of these.
And it's what I love about this pot is actually got quite a lot of depth to it as well.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of plants are going to be happy there for a longer period. You know, when a pot is too tapered, you think about it, actually there's not as much space.
The volume is smaller, isn't it?
Yeah, and there's not as much space for the roots. This has got a really good depth to it. Great drainage as well.
Absolutely.
Yes, there you go.
All the holes in the bottom, slightly raised channels as well, so that you can actually allow that extra drainage to run away, and the lip around the side that's got the extra reinforcement around there as well. So if you are picking it up and moving it around the garden, you can get your fingers underneath and it's reinforced.
So that is brand new. Postage is included, and that is 130185. Postage. Yeah, just in case you forgot. Postage included. £11 and 4 pence. And remember, to get that price of £11 4 pence, just use the off code YGTV 2925. I really like that. You might even want to go for 2 or 3 of those.
Yeah, that's lovely.
And then we have got the aged terracotta look on our Tuscan planters. So these are the faux terracotta. They're not going to break. They're UV resistant. They're frost proof. We call it terranotta. But I love that kind of aged chalk effect. There's a lot of work that's going into the design. They're quite ornate, these, aren't they?
I really like it. I like the angular pattern at the bottom, and then I like the swags and tails around the top. I think that's really pretty. Nice aged distressed look. Still got the drainage that you would expect to get from these as well. And they're the perfect size, I think, for the kind, you know, if you're changing the look in your garden on a regular basis. Seasonal bedding I'm talking about. So something spring, something summer, something autumn. You can do that really quickly and easily with these without it costing you a fortune, because obviously they're a decent size, but they're not the largest pots, so it's not going to take loads of compost or loads of pots to fill them. That's what I quite like about these.
And I always think planting in threes just works so well, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It really does. Threes just seems to work in a garden. So it's working out £4.80 each if you're our club member. And, you know, I'm not being funny, but they're going to last you for years. They're pretty much impossible to break. You know, I used to really love terracotta pots, but I had so many that broke and got damaged. I think with climate change as well, because we get these extreme temperatures, then your terracotta pots are a lot more susceptible. Yeah. You know, if you're a clay pot and you've got to go from -10 to 35 degrees in a year, it can really take its toll. But these are UV resistant and frostproof, of course, as well. Now, quick reminder. Of one of the favourites, and you predicted this, Bex.
I did.
The kiwi, Jenny, you did. That is selling really, really quickly. Just $15.97. You get all 3 plants for just $13.57, and that is a fantastic variety of kiwi that has been bred to grow and form really well in the UK. It fruits at the end of summertime, September time, produces full-size kiwis. Love the foliage on this one, but it does need, you want a really nice sunny spot against a wall or a fence. They do need a little bit of support, but they are going to produce the most amazing kiwis for many, many years to come. 340098. Amanda is on Facebook.
Hi Amanda, you alright? Oh yeah, she's telling us about her Buddleia tricolour, the Nandina Obsessed and the Oregaron. They're all on the favourites table right now.
Good picks.
But what she's pointing out is how they have really survived the heat, which is amazing to hear actually, because it does sort of back up a few of the things that we do say about them, that they are almost bulletproof plants, but beautiful as well.
And 3 really good choices.
really good choices. There's so many comments coming in.
Now, we have got a brand new plant for you next that neither of us have grown. I like this particular variety, and it's a Callicarpa.
Oh, sorry, yes, Callicarpa.
Now you'll have seen, if you're one of our regulars, Bex and I love this plant, but the profusion, the one that produces those purple berries, this produces
beautiful white berries.
Yes.
So if you've already got the Callicarpa profusion, the beauty berry, get the magical snow star, because then you'll have the purple and the white berries.
I mean, look
and
at
I think
this.
together those would look absolutely amazing. Now these produce the berries in autumn, so you do tend to get these. When was my purple one? I would say about sort of October, probably November time, and going into December. Yes, because we were talking about making festive decorations with them, weren't we?
I remember I still had a few berries left in kind of January time. Do you remember? So this is a little bit earlier.
Absolutely. So I think this is going to be a stunningly beautiful plant. You will get obviously flowers on there. They're normally sort of in summertime, and then they turn into those beautiful berries.
If you look, Bex, this looks like.
I can see some here. Look.
Yeah. Can you see?
Those there. Look. That's the start of berries.
So it looks like you are going to get your berries in the next few months, doesn't it?
You can see loads of them through the plant, can't you? So you get those clusters of those gorgeous berries. It's a very low maintenance plant. Just keep it regularly watered. That's how you're going to get those lovely berries forming later on in the year. They love sort of fertile, well-drained soil. They love a sunny spot. They can cope in part shade quite happily, but a nice sunny spot as well.
It's a very good size.
It's a really good size.
Isn't it, for the price?
I mean, the one I've got planted isn't even that big,
no.
Which is hilarious. It could get to 6 feet, 1.8 metres, maybe even, that is about 6 foot, isn't it?
Yeah, my sort of size, Bex.
Yeah, your size, Sean. About 6 feet in height. It'll spread by probably, a good 4 feet as well. So if you let this get to its full size, this is going to look absolutely stunning in your borders. But of course, you could container grow it as well.
Absolutely.
If you haven't got the space in your border and you're a container gardener, you could container gardener. It'll drop its leaves as well, by the way.
I really like that one.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Really stunning.
Really lovely. And say probably the first time that you've seen it on YGTV today, and it's only $16.99. You have got a saving there as well, obviously from the full price, which is nearly £25. That's still a really good price. And I love the fact that they're already beginning to form those berries. Do you say about autumn time?
Yeah, about autumn. I think autumn going into winter, you'll probably start seeing those berries on there.
Can you believe it's already?
Shush.
But it's the third week in July.
No.
I know.
Don't want to know.
Anyway, Bex has still got a holiday to come this year.
Absolutely.
Because she didn't have a holiday last year.
Didn't have one. Counting down to it now.
When are you going?
Middle of August.
Middle of August.
Yeah. Turkey.
Oh, I love it.
It's going to be hot though, isn't it?
Don't complain.
It's going to be really hot.
Yeah, isn't it?
It's going to be like 40 degrees or something stupid. Oh well. Yeah. Get the factor 50 on.
Yeah.
Sit in the shade.
You come back with bright yellow frizzy hair as well.
No, I'm going to hat on constantly.
Yeah. Oh dear. But anyway, that's a brand new Callicarpa for you. Now we're also going to move on to one of my favourites in my garden, and it is the pink pampas. And I got the set of 3 a couple of years ago now, wasn't it?
You did.
And I kept 2 for myself, gave 1 to Bex. I reckon mine's going to, I know it's going to flower this year.
Yes, amazing.
Yeah.
And I love it. I love that you can get pink pampas. It's really beautiful, isn't it? Now,
and it's quite rare. You don't see it that often in the UK.
I still haven't seen one growing.
No.
I mean, not that I go around everybody's gardens, but I still haven't seen one growing. The intensity of the colour of pink will be affected by the amount of sunshine you're going to get on it.
So I'm thinking, if you've already got yours in your garden like we have, I'm predicting this year we could have the most spectacular pink blooms.
Yeah, I mean, if you're getting them now and you're planting them, it's going to grow, it's going to look lovely, but I don't think you're not going to get the plumes this year, but you should get them next year, and then they will multiply from then on. And this is going to get big if you want it to. This can get to 2-3 meters height, 2-3 meters spread, and once they're established, just like the other pampas, you can have 30-40 plumes on each of those plants.
Well, I actually got 62 last year.
There you go.
No, I did too, so I counted 62.
So depending, on how big you let it get to.
We all have our nerdy sides, and I was like, I counted, I was impressed, because I mean, the year before we'd got about 20, didn't I? But now I've got 62.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was amazing, honestly. And I was, we've been doing the live streams for 2 years now, so our pink pampas is only in its 2nd year. and it will be flowering this year. So honestly, I cannot wait to get this pink plumes. I'll be honest, when I bought three was a little bit too much, so I kept two and gave one to Bex. You may want to do the same, because these will grow to about 2 by 2 metres, maybe even a little bit more, so do bear in mind, they will grow really quite large. But you can grow them in a big container.
Yeah. But
we are talking you want a 50-litre container. But you can do that.
Yeah, absolutely. It's totally possible. So if you are a container gardener, don't write this off. You could have this in your garden. Of course, they are winter hardy. They are evergreen. In colder areas, you'll get some tan-coloured leaves coming through, but they are evergreen and they are stunningly beautiful.
Yeah, and you can use, obviously, the plumes for indoor displays. You can dry them. But remember, this is a really unusual, fantastic pink pampas grass that, say, if you bought them last year, let's see how pink our plumes will be this year. But with the hot summer, they could look amazing. They're really good. Right, a lot of you often ask about plants for shade. You know, which plants will really do well in a shady position. And we've got one right now that actually will do really well even in full shade. Yes. And it is our lily of the valley. Now, you might be thinking, why would I get this now? Because it's a great time to plant it and establish it for next year.
It is, and this is the wonderful thing. We talked a little bit on a few shows we've done recently about how, as gardeners, yes, we can sit back and we can enjoy our summer garden, but actually it is time to start thinking, isn't it, about the next season.
Of course it is.
And getting prepared for it. If we don't, we won't have those beautiful gardens in those next seasons. So get your Lily of the Valley planted. It's an award-winning plant with the RHS Award of Garden Merit. And then come springtime, April and May, this is when you're going to see these beautiful flowers. They are, I mean, they're so delightful, aren't they? They look like little bonnets, little bell-shaped flowers. And the scent from Lily of the Valley is incredible. It's really beautiful.
I mean, it's one of the most famous scents in perfumes and candles. What I really love about Lily of the Valley is the way it naturalises as well, because, you know, if you're trying to cover a whole area of this stunning fragrant plant, it will do that over the next few years. Great cut flower, as you saw there as well. They do die down in winter, so don't panic. They do die down in winter, but they do come back every year, and they spread. I mean, you can buy them. We sell them as pips. Mm-hmm. But they can be a bit tricky to get established, because if you buy these plants right now that are already really well established, really, say, rooted, then they will, I think these will naturalise very quickly in your garden. But actually, you know, when it comes to shade-loving plants, we have quite a lot, but there's very few that we've got that flower and are this fragrant.
Yes.
There's not that many, is there, when you think about it? I mean, Cordyline is another really fragrant one, but there's only a handful that will love shade, that will flower, and that are fragrant as well, and that is certainly one of them. Beautiful plant. My nan used to have that, did yours? It's like a real classic, isn't it?
Very classic, but beautiful scent from it. Absolutely gorgeous.
Right, we are going to move on now to Hebes. Do you know what? I've got quite a lot of Hebes in my garden, and I sort of ignore them. When I say ignore them, I mean I never have to do much with them.
Yeah.
You know,
that's the beauty of them.
Yeah, very little pruning. I never really think, oh, I need to tend to the Hebes today. But man, they're all in flower right now, and they're actually beautiful.
They're so pretty.
They really are.
Hebes are such a gorgeous plant. In here, you're getting 3 different varieties. You've got Celebration, Rainbow, and the Archie, and they look amazing. I mean, this one, which I think is the... Oh, I can't remember what it's called. But this one, with those...
I've gone blank as well.
I've gone blank. It's almost got... they look a bit like Buddleia flowers. Do
yes,
you know what I mean?
A little bit, yeah, in terms of shape.
But slightly tidier, I think, the shape to them. A bit tighter, yeah, compact. Pollinators absolutely adore these. It brings the pollinators into your garden. They're very beautiful. They're vibrant. They're evergreen. They're really low maintenance. But you're getting the 3 different colours and different varieties included. Typically flowering for you in summertime, if it's the one with the flowers. But of course, there's this one which is just purely about the foliage.
I think that's Rainbow, isn't it?
Yeah, that one's the Rainbow. Can't remember which way round it is for these two.
Ooh, I think that's Celebration. I think Archie is the solid green one.
I think it's the other way around.
Is it?
I think that's Archie. And the Rainbow is this one here.
Let's have a look.
I think. That's Rainbow.
That's Rainbow. I got that one right.
Oh, no, you were right.
I see.
You were right. All right, all right. Sometimes you are.
Look at me, that's my smug look. It's hard to remember everything though, isn't it? between the great
Between
thing
us
is,
we managed
yeah,
it,
I was going to
yeah.
say, as a team, between us, we generally get it right. And actually, when Stu chips in, yes. But what I will say is they are just really. In fact, I was saying earlier that I did a friend's garden, I did a makeover for him last week, and all he wanted was low maintenance plants, and I did use a few Hebes.
Did you use some
I
Hebes?
did. Yeah, I
There you
did.
go.
I really did. I thought like evergreen, winter hardy. You still get the flowers, easy, and they are compact. I like the way Hebes grow. You know, so I've given mine the odd trim over the years, but only if like a bit is damaged or
You don't massively need
No.
to, because they grow in a really nice compact shape. They don't get massive, maybe about 3 or 4 feet. That's all we're talking. Great for borders, but actually wonderful for pots as well.
And they are 5 to 1, 7.5 to. That is amazing value, and I love the fact that you've got 3 really interesting different varieties. Oh, Amanda's just said she grew the rainbow one from a cutting.
Oh.
Do you know
Well
what,
done,
Amanda? I remember growing Hebes as a child. I did some cuttings.
Yeah.
I did. And yeah, they were, and obviously, well, I managed it as a child, so yeah.
You can remember that, can you?
I know it's a long time ago. We had Hebes in our house in Acomb, in the garden. I remember doing that. It was a long time ago, but I do vaguely remember.
You're older than me.
I know I'm older than you.
It's one of the only things I've got on you, Sean, so I'm using it to the best of my ability.
Do you know the great thing is? I think garden keeps us young.
Yeah,
It does.
definitely.
You know, I may be 75, Bex, but I still keep young. Right, let's talk about grape vines though, because we have got a brilliant deal where you get a red and you get the white for just $23.78. So that's for club members, of course. So that works out. It's under £12 a plant.
I know.
Yes.
And look at that. Right, hang on. Look at the size of this plant. Look at how much growth there is on this. It is huge. A lot of the red ones
Yes, they
have
have.
got the fruit on. We went and had a little look as well. They are starting to ripen as well, those, because when we first brought this one into the potting shed, they were fully green and they're starting to turn colours.
Have you tried them?
No, not yet.
I have.
It's not quite ripe enough, is it?
They're not right. They're not bad, honestly. Look.
I'm going to try one.
I honestly had a few the other day.
I'm going to try that one there.
They're nearly there. They're not quite. But they're already pretty good, aren't they? I told you, not bad, are they?
Not bad. They need to ripen up a little bit more.
Yeah.
They're not as sweet as I would like, but that's not bad.
But they're almost there.
Juicy.
I know. I was quite surprised. So
Yeah.
yes, the one that don't do what we've done when they ripe. Give them, let them ripen.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, I was pretty impressed. They're almost there, some of them.
I love these. I'm definitely going to be planting some grapevines. My mum and dad used to have one and it was so delightful. It was really quite magical with the bunches of grapes sort of dangling down. I think it feels very, very much like you're in the south of France. But you can grow them in the UK. We grow them brilliantly here. They grow quite vigorously, so if you're trying to cover structures quickly and you want a vigorous climbing plant, grapevines definitely fall into that category.
And I had one in my last garden. I had like a lean-to. And it was quite an ugly sort of like thing with a plastic roof. And I actually grew this, and within a few years, it would cover the whole roof of the lean-to. And I do remember I used to sit there in autumn, I had a little outside heater, and as all the leaves started to fall, it exposed all the remaining bunches of grapes. There was too many to pick all of them, but I just love that, the look and the aesthetics. There is something magical and beautiful. I love the leaves on a grapevine.
Yeah,
They're
they are really
attractive.
pretty, really beautiful.
And they are
aren't they?
fully winter hardy. Please don't think, I can't grow grapes in the UK. Both of these varieties are fully winter hardy. And I think it took, I'd say it took a couple of years for mine to get established, but then I was getting pounds and pounds of grapes. I mean, one of these, when established, can produce 30 pounds of grapes when established. I know, you think about that. So, amazing, and you get them at £12 a plant as well. They do like a sunny position. Do you know what? I do not remember having to do much of mine. I would trim them right back. Once you got established, let it get established, and once you got established, I'd trim it right back to I'd trim it down to about a metre. But you get all of that fruit on the new growth in a single season. They're really quite vigorous. Right, loads of people in the group chat today.
There are. I just wanted to say hello to Kat, who I think might be new, not recognised your name. Hello to you,
Kat.
Kat. She was asking about free postage. I know a few of our regulars have come in and answered this for you, but just thought it was a good opportunity to let you know. Yes, free postage is just on the items that you will see in the lives. We are live on a Thursday and we are live on a Sunday morning. You can watch those shows back at any time. There is a club you can join where you get the free, the lower price point here. Costs you just £10 to join. You get 15% discount off of everything. Site-wide, right? Some things are 7.5%, but the majority is 15% discount. And the free postage is accessed by when you place your order. There's a code on the screen there, YGTV2925. Enter that code. It gives you the savings that you'll see, but it'll also give you the free postage. If you ever want to shop the show, go to our website, YouGarden.com. Click on the Live Now button. Scroll down. I mean, this is where you can watch on the website as well. But scroll down and you'll be able to see everything that has been selected for the live this week. Everything you can see there. As long as you use that code, you can get free postage on those. We launch our shows on a Thursday, by the way, so the new load comes out on the Thursday. Sunday is a repeat of all of it, but we get to show you more in detail, and then we launch a new load on the following Thursday.
But Kat, if you can afford to join the club today, you can save a fortune over the next 12 months. Right, if you're looking for us on your phone, if you're watching on the phone, just click on the YouGarden TV icon there, and you just click Watch Live right now. That's the green one. And then when you see the items...
This is important. Yeah, you need to press the arrows, look. It's not the same item, it's all different items. So you might just scroll down and think, oh, there's not much in the live, there's not much in the show.
Yeah,
make sure
you miss a lot.
Yeah, make sure you're scrolling across the arrows.
But you will notice a lot of those prices are higher than what we're saying, and that's because we haven't applied the discount code, which is YGTV2925. And as Bex was saying, Kat, that does change every single week. But thank you for finding us, Kat.
So yeah, thank you. Tell any of your gardening friends about us as well, won't you?
Yes.
Elaine is putting the grapes in her basket. Yes,
ooh, Elaine.
Well done, you.
And you saw there without the code, they're $44.98.
Nope, we don't want that. This is where you put the code in, YGTV2925.
Apply that code.
What happens now? What happens now?
Some beautiful magic.
Look at that. $27.98 and no postage. Plus, remember, join the club. You'll get extra discount.
And there's that little reminder there, how much you're going to save if you join the club today. And actually, I don't know if you said it, Bex, but if you join the club and it's £10 per year on auto renewal, you will also get £20 worth of vouchers to spend. You'll get 2 postage vouchers worth $6.99 each. That's if you're ordering other things on the website where you don't get the free P&P. So it really is a fantastic club to join. But all of our, I should say as well, Kat and everyone else that's new to the show, any plant that is winter hardy, that has a little snowflake symbol, comes with a lifetime guarantee. So things like the grapevines, they would have the, say, lifetime guarantee. And that would mean that if the plant died, anytime, we would replace it free of charge. All you'd pay is the postage. That is it. Right, we've got loads of comments, Bex.
Oh, there's so many people coming in, so thank you so much. It's lovely to hear all of the comments. Neil's asking if the Rudbeckia, Sunbeckia Ophelia will be coming in the potting shed. Don't know, Neil, but Stu can ask.
Yes.
Can you ask Stu? Is that all right? He has
asked already.
Neil.
Great.
So if you ever see something and you... Obviously, you want to get the free postage, we understand. Sometimes we can make those requests, so we'll see if we can get that in for you, no problem.
It's a lovely plant, that one, Neil. Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Eleanor says, I only buy YouGarden pots, can never find the same quality from garden centres. Even brand named ones aren't as good.
Thank you,
Eleanor. We love that. Neil says, my Buddleia has stopped flowering. It's 15 years old. I'm thinking of replacing it with a tricolour one. I mean, please go ahead and replace it with a tricolour one. I mean, they can last a long, long time, but they're not going to live forever, are they, Buddleias?
I mean, the only thing I would say you could try if you didn't want to replace it, Neil.
Trim it back and feed it?
I wouldn't cut it back now, but
no,
next year be really harsh with it and cut it right back.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
maybe.
Really, like down to 30, 40 centimetres, like, be really harsh with it. But, or you could replace it because maybe it has, done its thing.
Maybe it's just done its thing, maybe.
Yeah.
So yes, loads of you in the chat.
We stop flying and producing after a certain age.
Should we do a couple of pictures or do you want to move on, Stu? No, maybe... Do a few.
Go on, let's see.
Anne says, good morning, happy garden people. Here are a few happy damp pictures from this morning. Love that. Oh, these are small. And they've loaded small. Never mind. I shall do this and I shall zoom in. Oh. Look, lovely dahlias.
See, my dahlias are not out yet.
Mine are really taking their time this year as
well,
Sean. Yeah, I mean, I was expecting them all to be in full bloom by now. I've only had a handful of dahlias. I don't know what's happened.
I've not had any, I've got buds.
I've got some buds and I've had about 3 or 4 open up, but nothing major going on yet. Well, these are looking good though, aren't they? Oh, nice Rudbeckia. And I love it. Oh, you've got your tower pot going on in there. Clematis Boulevard, maybe?
Looks like it.
Yeah, those Dahlia Maxi Pink there. Lovely.
Lovely tower pot.
Oh, we've got oh, wow. That's begonia,
It's a begonia,
isn't it?
yeah. I don't know this one that we
It's
did.
like I don't know, it looks like my Super Cascade that I've got in my hanging basket, maybe.
Could be. Definitely beautiful begonia there.
Oh, hydrangea. There's loads. She's put loads in. Look, foxgloves. Oh, that's a nice corner. Love that. Cordyline and Acer together. That is a really good combination, isn't it?
Yeah.
Look at that.
That is really stood out there at the back.
Whoa. So much colour, Anne.
Thank you,
that's
Anne.
it. That's all of Anne's. Thank you, Anne. I can do some more.
Oh, great.
Mimosa getting ready to flower. This is
I
from
always lean
Mauricia.
forward when we do this so I can see that.
That is huge.
My word.
That is absolutely huge.
So whereabouts in the UK was that?
I don't know where Mauricia is. Where are you, Mauricia? Let us know. Where in the country are you, please?
That must be somewhere south, I'm thinking.
Anne sent a few in. This is a different Anne. Anne G, this one. The other one was Anne F. She says, my garden is filling up with YouGarden goodies. Oleander, wisteria, dianthus, hydrangea, magical Himalaya, just to name a few. Oh, this is what makes... Genuinely, I'm not just saying it, this is really what makes me happy to be here and do this job.
Same here.
When you send us these pictures...
It just means...
This is what we adore.
Do you know, oleanders again, I mean, they always do well in the UK, but this year they've just thrived, haven't they? Your dianthus looking gorgeous.
I do love dianthus. More oleander. Oh, lovely. The Himalaya.
We've got
Very
so many.
nice,
Do you know
Anne.
what? There are so many lovely hydrangeas, aren't they, on YouGarden?
So many of them. Right, so Sheila... No, hang on. This is David from Bradford.
Hello, David from Bradford.
A few things I've brought from you over the years. So, these have come through small as well. When you send in your email, if it says send size, press original is what Stu's saying, and then you get a higher quality photo. Not that it matters. I can zoom in.
No.
I can zoom in.
Just helps me because my eyes are not as good as they used to be. So
Lovely lily.
The bigger the better.
The beautiful dianthus. Yeah, that looks like Pink Magician.
Yeah.
Definitely. Now we've got, that's a geranium Roseanne up there. Have you got that in a hanging basket?
Just zoom in. Yeah, because
No, that's behind the tower
that's
pot.
in a basket, isn't it?
I think that's in a. No, I think it's behind.
I have just planted loads of geranium Roseanne in hay racks.
Barnsley Baby. Is it Barnsley Baby? That's what mine's looking like.
Looks like a lavender, and then loads more lilies.
Oh,
and
look at that, walking out of that
petunias.
conservatory out to that. That's a nice size,
I made some
isn't it?
great. Oh,
Very
thank you so much for sharing. I love that, don't you?
So good.
And as you know, as Bex was saying, we love sharing your garden journeys. And gardening, isn't it the best hobby? It's so great for our well-being, our mental health, our physical health. So rewarding on so many different levels. And it is quite addictive, as gardening will get to, isn't it? But in a good way, you know? Right, so thank you so much for those. If anyone else wants to send in any pictures, don't forget, you can email us ygtv@yougarden.com. Now, what we're going to do is still got more plants to show you. Don't forget, I know we've said it a million times, but use the offer code YGTB2925 to get the free postage and to get all of the promotions, and join the club right now and you'll save an extra 15% on your order. But let's remind you of some of the top sellers today here on YGTV. So this has been really popular. I mean, we've had some lovely pictures of hydrangeas coming in. This is one of our paniculatas. That's when you get the lovely conical shaped flowers. This one changes colour. It's part of our magical series. So the flowers start off like a creamy white with even like a hint of green, and then as they age throughout the summer months, they turn pink, and then this exquisite, almost like a crimson red. Grows to about 1.20 meters, and you're already getting one that's probably going to be in bud right now, and they're going to flower all summer long. All they need, I'm going to say, is maybe morning sun or evening sun and a nice moist soil. 511635. Then we've got, oh yeah, these have been so popular today, not surprised at all, because it is a set of 3 really big plants actually. They're the kiwi Jenny, so it's a kiwi that's been bred to really, really thrive in the UK. What's a nice sunny position, does need a bit of support, so you want that against a wall or a fence, T40098. And then, oh, you have loved our brand new lilac. And this is, well, it's got a lovely name, it's Beauty of Moscow, but look at it. So you've got pinks, you've got whites. I think it's one of the most sophisticated lilacs we've ever had. Now it could grow full size, 6-7 meters or so, but you can also contain it in a pot as well. Do you know, I think the colour palette reminds me a little bit of the tuberose. It's like those lovely kind of pinks and whites. Right, we love our Hebes. Now these are really fantastic in terms of foliage. You've got rainbow, you have got the celebration, and you've got Archie as well. But you'll also get beautiful, beautiful purple flowers. Hebes are low maintenance. They flower every single year. They keep their foliage. They sort of form lovely clumps, and I think they're wonderful. Really easy to grow. Sunny position is ideal for them, and that is 511752. Sorry, I forgot to mention, you have got a £13 saving. Then we've also got loads of you have been ordering Buddleias today. This one is berries and cream. Now, if you're looking for Buddleia that's really sophisticated in terms of its colour scheme, I think berries and cream, purples and whites, it just works, doesn't it? So this one will grow to a couple of meters or so. One of the best plants to attract butterflies, and it's 511612. £12.74 is the discount price, and of course free delivery when you use our offer code. That's a lovely colour Buddleia, isn't it? And this is brand new. Now, you'll have seen our Callicarpas if you're regular, and we do bring you the gorgeous purple one, the Beauty Bay. They say the purple berried Callicarpa that normally produces the berries very, very late autumn, sort of November time into December. This is a little bit earlier, but it produces the most beautiful white berries. That is stunning, isn't it? Absolutely beautiful. But as it loses its leaves, you get to see those berries on the bare stems, which just is quite magical, isn't it? Very easy to grow. Again, ideally in a sunny spot, 511634. And then really popular also has been our Rhododendron collection. You get 3 plants, really big actually. They're in 15 centimetre pots. They're really full plants. If you look at the foliage, you know, these are really healthy plants covered in glossy foliage right now, but they will explode into colour next year in April time. And you've got a red, you've got a pink, and you've got a really quite unusual lilac one in there as well. The only thing you need to remember, they do need an acid soil. So if your soil isn't naturally acidic, then please buy some of that ericaceous compost, which does have free delivery today as well. 511673. And then don't forget, we have got one of the most beautiful, stunning Cordylines for you, which is Torbay Dazzler. So it's a combination of greens and creams. There's a stripe of pink in there as well. And that is 680-236. Already really well established. I mean, they're all, I would say, 6 to 80 centimetres. But over the years, they could grow to 2 meters, even maybe more, but they are fairly moderate in terms of their growth rate. 680, 236. So thank you to everybody. We're having a really busy live show this morning with myself, Sean Ryan, and of course Bex. But have you tried our compost yet? It's our best-selling product. It's the one that we use on the nursery. And here I am with our head gardener, Peter, to tell you a little bit more.
We describe this as premium professional compost. And the reason for that is it is the compost that is known, this formula we have perfected over decades. So I've been using it for decades. We have perfected it over decades. You've got a blend of the best peats, plus wood fibre that you can imagine. Now, by volume, approximately 50% of this compost is wood fibre, and the balance is made up of a blend of peats, and there are 3 different peats. So you've got things like sphagnum moss peat, which is renewable. You've got sedge peat, and then you've got darker sphagnum as well in there. So you've got 3 different peats. You've also got, you can see actually just there, there's slow release fertiliser. These little green, what look like little eggs, you'll see those dotted among the compost when you're planting it. That's slow release fertiliser. One of the most expensive ingredients in any compost is fertiliser. You can see that there's another one just down below. That is amazing because that will deploy nutrients to the roots of whatever you grow in this compost just when they need it over the next 6 months. You then got what's called a buffer. Now, peat in particular is naturally acidic. And plants like to be just on the acidic side of neutral as a generality. There are exceptions, so things like rhododendrons and azaleas, they love to be properly acidic in terms of the ericaceous soil or compost they're growing in. But most things like it just on the slightly acidic edge of neutral. So that's what this is designed to give you. So it's got a pH buffer to keep it in exactly that zone. The wood fibre keeps the sort of perfect air-water porosity ratio, which is what we talk about in the trade, all these complicated terms. But it's, what plants need is they need a jungle gym to grow in. So they need a jungle gym for their roots, which is called growing medium. They need some water, and they need some air, and they need nutrients. And when you've got the perfect compost, it blends the air and the water and the constituents of the compost. It all blends together to give the perfect environment. That's what this particular compost does, which is why it's trusted by us. We will be growing approximately 150,000 potted roses on this nursery this year. That's roughly what we grow most years. We'll be growing, I don't know how many hanging baskets, but our pre-planted hanging baskets that will be available later, you will have bought them in the autumn and last spring as well. They grow in this compost. We will grow countless perennials, whether they be in the 9 centimetre square pots or the 3 litre pots or the 5 litre pots, plus fruit trees. And this is the compost we use for all of those things. So we trust it, the trade trusts it, and actually based upon the well, literally hundreds and hundreds of thousands of bags of this particular compost that you've bought over the years, you definitely trust it as well. And, you know, and actually, peat is a thing. We need to think about peat. Not me. I happen to also be peat, but it's the peat that's in here that we're talking about. We can still use peat in our gardens right now, and actually the alternatives, generally speaking, are a bit iffy. So if you want to get the best results, in my view, use this particular compost for as long as you can. It's got 50% other material in it, which is the lowest level we could get to and still have a professional quality product for you and for ourselves. So we've been as eco-friendly as we can, and we jumped onto that particular that approach years and years and years ago. So this is the same formulation that we've had for at least the last 6 or 7 years, with 50% other material to bulk out the peat, and it still works better. So I would say this is, in my opinion, it's the only compost I use at home. It's the compost we use on the nursery. I can't recommend it highly enough. Yeah.
That's our head gardener there, Peter McDermott. But what a brilliant compost. And if you are a club member, don't forget you save £3.75 every single time that you order. 100 125 is, of course, the item number. Now, we're having such a lovely interactive show. Thank you to everybody.
So much.
If you want to be part of it, and apologies, sometimes we don't get to show every picture and read every comment.
We try.
I always blame it on Bex, because she's in charge. It's always blame it on Bex, yeah.
Stu's in charge.
Yeah, but if you want to be part of it, then, of course, you can email us, ygtv@yougarden.com.
I just wanted to show you the picture that Amanda sent. You know, she said she grew a Hebe from cutting, and here it is.
Wow.
So that is... just that one. That is the lovely Hebe that she grew from a cutting, which is amazing. Well done. It was from her mother-in-law's plant. And then she's just added another picture in, which is a boogie, isn't it? It's like a bougainvillea.
Yes.
Nice flowers.
Doing very well.
The thing is, bougainvilleas, you can treat them so mean, can't you? And they still flower for you. It's a beautiful thing about those.
Yeah, I mean, you think in the Med, they survive with very little water, no feeding. Obviously, you do need to protect them in the UK in the winter. Now, The Hebe collection is on the screen, so if you'd like to go for that, don't forget, it is 511752, just 69.7. Right.
Stu's telling me off, I put the wrong plant out. No, I'm doing it now, Stu, I'm doing it now. No. If you want the Torbay Dazzler, we've shown it already, it is available for you. This is the plant I was supposed to bring out, sorry.
Right, two real, I mean, we're going to take you, yes, on a journey to somewhere.
We're going on holiday,
yes.
aren't we? We're going on holiday.
So we're
with
hot
this.
and tropical.
So we're hot, tropical, and actually, really good one for this year, drought-tolerant plants. Your Phoenix Skinneriensis does not need all of your attention, it doesn't need all of your watering, and it will produce this lovely, gorgeous foliage, evergreen, feel like you're in the tropics, feel like you're in the, on holiday. It can go in the ground or do what I'm doing, grow them in pots and containers.
Yeah, and it is hard. It's about -6 in the UK. If you live in the south, they can actually. I mean, I've seen some of these, in the south that actually have got really quite big. But generally speaking, in a pot or container,
yeah, they stay small.
Yeah, it gets about metre and a half or so. But lovely. Again, in terms of foliage, it's very striking and architectural, and the one that you'll get will be between 60 and 80 centimetres tall, ideally positioned in a nice sunny spot. But it's an easy one, that one. It's a little bit spiky, but not too spiky.
Yeah, right on the ends, but not too bad. Not too bad at all.
It's not. Just say, be a little bit careful. And then, what a year it has been for oleanders.
Oh,
I mean,
they're so good, aren't they?
Oh, they really are.
Get rid of that flower.
Can't remember what price I've got on this, but I know it's good.
I think it's like 16 pounds. 15 pounds.
Yeah.
15.29.
I didn't dare say. I was thinking, I'm sure it's about £15.
Yeah, but you don't want to say it,
no,
and then it's more.
Didn't want to disappoint you and say £15. But that is a really good price. That is for club members, and you get free delivery as well. And we actually source our oleanders from a family business in Sicily. They're renowned world breeders when it comes to oleanders. And just look at the size that you get. I mean, they're multi-stemmed. Look at this. That's huge, isn't it?
It's massive.
Covered in flowers right now. I mean, look.
Well, when they first came in, I was saying these were about this tall.
Yeah,
so they have,
they were.
I would say, at least doubled in size since they first came into us several months ago now. And they do get amazing foliage growth, but they also get loads of these flowers on as well. I know a lot of you regulars, you've already got your oleanders, but if you're new to us, and a lot of new names have popped up in the chat today, you might not know about oleanders. And these are phenomenal plants for flowering ability. They can be flowering all summer, and these came into bloom. When they came into us, they were flowering from about May time, weren't they? And these will keep going, hopefully right through till about September, October. And you get loads of them. Now, the scent you get is a light scent, but when it gets covered in the flowers, because you've got so many of them, you can get a beautiful scent from these.
They really, obviously, they are a Mediterranean plant. They want full sun. They are hard. It's about -5. I mean, my mum's survived all winter. It was against the wall, but she didn't put any fleece or anything, survived all winter. We always say with an oleander, do not eat any part of it. So if you've got children, if you've got pets, they would need to be supervised. You cannot eat any part of an oleander. But you will see these growing naturally in Spain and Italy, Sicily. And you'll see them growing by the side of roadsides, say in Spain, and they will not have had maybe a single drop of rainwater for weeks, if not months. And yet they thrive.
They still do amazingly.
Yeah. They'll actually grow in really poor soils as well, like really poor soils. So to get such a beautiful plant that can thrive on neglect, and that's Stu's, isn't it?
That's Stu's, yeah. He was trying to get a picture of the bird having a drink, so apparently he's using it as a foreground. But yes, you can see how beautiful it is. In a pot, Stu? Yes, it is, because you just move the pot, don't you, closer to the house. That's all you do with yours in winter time. And he still gets all those gorgeous flowers. Very low maintenance, very simple. But of course, you've got the evergreen foliage on there as well.
But honestly, the quality and the size for $15.29 delivered is amazing.
Yeah.
Really is. But if you do want to get that free delivery, as ever, you need to use the offer code YGTV2925. They are big. I think they're the biggest oleanders we've had at that price.
Definitely.
Yes. Right, we're going to go back to some of your favourites over here as well. Lovely as ever to have so many of you watching us today. But one of the best sellers, one of the best value I think deals today has got to be the triple pack of the rhododendrons. I mean, these are, again, look at the size. Just pick one up, Max. Go on, look at these.
I mean, you're all getting, it is all three, by the way. This is not a choice. You would get all three of these. It is a triple pack of the rhododendrons. It's the hybrid collection, which gives you some real beauty when it comes to the flowers that you get on here. But of course, it's not just about the flowers, which you will get in springtime, sort of April, May. It is massively about the luscious, big, gorgeous, green, glossy evergreen foliage that you've got on here.
They honestly... Are we going?
She's going. She's got to go. We'll see you later.
Yeah.
See you on Thursday.
But they almost look like we've polished those, but we haven't.
Promise you.
No, we haven't got time for that.
Not at all. No time for that. Now, you'll get the pink, you'll get the lilac, and you'll get the red included in here as well. And they are some of the most showy, look at me flowers that you could possibly have in your garden. They are mind-blowingly beautiful, big clusters of flowers you get.
I have to say, I love all of them, but that lilac is really quite unusual.
I think it's the contrast, isn't it, with the markings? That's why the lilac really stands out.
I mean, they are hybrids, so they are, these are exceptional in terms of breeding. Very easy to look after. We always say a little bit of sun, like morning or evening. I tend to keep mine out of full day sun, but they do need acid soil. That's really important. Don't think, I'll just put them in and be fine. They won't. So if you haven't got acid soil, you might not even know what soil you've got, please buy ericaceous compost. We have got it with free delivery, and even if you bought these early, you can still buy the compost and get free delivery, but you will need ericaceous compost.
Big old saving on that one as well. £15 taken off the price. You get that by putting in the code. It'll knock the £15 off. It'll also take that postage off as well. Just $25.47 for club members.
It's amazing.
For all three of those. All three.
I mean, I'm not being funny, but I think a garden centre, I think if you saw one of these in a garden centre for £20...
Yeah, 20, 25. You'd be like, yeah, that's reasonable.
I think you would. You would. But we are working out, what, £8.50 for hours.
And that's delivered as well. Remember, these are going to be delivered, they're going to be boxed, they're going to be packaged, and they're going to be sent direct to your house. So there's no having to mess about getting on a bus or, paying parking or any of that nonsense.
Yeah. No wonder so many of you have ordered that. Yeah. Now, we've also got our Rigon as well. We both love this. It's become a really popular plant here on YouGarden. Get a triple pack in 9 centimetre pots, 560 640. Remember, this is ground cover, this is low maintenance, this is drought tolerant, it loves a sunny spot. It will survive even in the poorest of soils. I mean, mine's in a gravelled area with very little soil, very little nutrients, and yet it thrives. And I love the colour changing flowers.
They are really pretty, honestly. I've got one planted underneath my standard Salix flamingo. I've got one planted next to my geranium roseanne, where it all kind of mingles and melts into each other, and then I've got one sort of standalone on its own in another border. All three of them look phenomenal. And the great thing with this is, as Sean said, really poor soils. It can grow in between the cracks in paving. You could probably plant this into a wall, couldn't you? And it'd probably grow in there as well.
Just reminded me, I'm going for lunch next week to my friend Kathy, and sometimes said a friend of mine's got it growing in the steps of their
it's her house.
Yeah, of their garden. It's her house. I will take some pictures.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah, because it looked amazing last year, it just thrives and survives with very little.
The flowers actually close up, don't they, at night time? This is something I keep forgetting to say. They close up at night time and open up during the daytime. So just another little interesting thing that happens. Love them in pots and containers like this. I've been talking a lot about the urn planter. Callista, thank you, Stu. I love it in the Callista. Shoe, yeah, you can be not called Shoe from now on. I love the idea of it in the Callista urn, planted like you saw in that pot there, and then you get that sort of almost tumbling effect over the edge. I think it's really classy. It's
a very useful plant in so many different scenarios, but easy and, say, drought tolerant as well. Then we brought you the Nandina Obsessed. This is a plant that, again, it's pretty much impossible to go wrong with this. Sun, shade, anything in between, all soil types, fully winter hardy. And we were saying not only will it survive the really low temperatures, like -15, but the scorching temperatures of up to 35, 40 degrees.
Oh, yes, 100%. Yeah. This can get through any winter and any summer. It doesn't require any pruning. It's constantly evergreen, but also you get different colours of foliage on there. New growth coming through those lovely deep burgundies and reds and orange colours, and then obviously maturing into the green colours as well. And really versatile, because you can plant it in so many locations in your garden, but also in the country.
Yeah, you could even do a small hedge with it.
Oh yeah,
well.
that'd be lovely.
Yeah. There's a house near me that's got a hedge of it. Grows about $1.20 m, 5'10", 7.59. That is only $15.29. And the current samples on the nursery are a really good size as well. Really, really good size. But I always think with any garden, it's nice to have certain plants that are low maintenance.
Yeah.
You know, gardening, if everything is high maintenance, you can get a bit overwhelmed. So sometimes it's just nice to have a few pots with things in that just look after themselves. Right, and then we have also got, loads of you have been going for our Buddleia tricolour. Buddleia, I say a Buddleia, you've actually got 3 that have been grown together to give you this stunning festival of colour.
It is a festival. I love that because you are getting the 3 plants in there. They're going to give you a real sort of eye-catching beauty from your Buddleia, something a little bit different to the regular Buddleia that you see growing out there. So definitely something that gets people talking and asking questions. Going to bring all the pollinators into your garden. Drought tolerant again. We've been talking a lot about drought tolerance just because of this crazy summer. It could become a pattern. Who knows? We might be getting much hotter weather going forward, and so we might need to think about what we're planting in our garden so that you've got some plants that can actually cope with that.
Do you know, the great thing though is, like, last year was a bit colder and wetter, the Buddleia was fine. This year is dry and hot and it's fine.
And it's fine.
Yeah. So it's a great price for one. I will let you know that, annoyingly, I didn't bring one that's in flower, but a lot on the nursery are coming into flower.
Yes.
So I can't guarantee yours will be in flower, but it should have buds and flowers on its way. Right. Oh, seriously.
Question on Facebook. Why was Sean's so squeaky?
I've got a slightly croaky voice today, though, as well.
He gets excited. Sometimes the pitch goes up a little bit. It happens to us all. It happens to us all.
But I have got a slightly croaky voice today.
Oh, yeah. If you want to hear it get worse, join Sean and Stu on TikTok later.
Stu's going to have to do a lot of the talking. I'll just smile. Yes, apologies. I have got a slightly croaky voice today.
You'll be all right, Sean.
Yeah, it's got. I think it has got slightly better.
All those strepsils, you've boshed those strepsils, haven't you?
Come on, now, streps are high now. You're not supposed to.
Yeah, you're supposed to have them like 2 hours apart. It's fine.
God.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Right, where are we going, Stu? Do you want to do some chat or what? Oh, chat then, Club VT. Okay, good. Thanks, Bex. I remember to press original in future. I was conscious of space they took. I understand, Anne. Thank you. Appreciate that. It was with the sending of the pictures, wasn't it?
Thank you, Anne.
Suzanne says, I put my Rudbeckia goldstem in the wrong place. Will it survive being moved? It's been planted a few weeks ago. If it's only a couple of weeks ago, it won't have rooted in too far. I think it's worth the risk.
But the one thing I'll say is, because it's not the ideal time to move it, but just keep it really well watered when you've moved it. Just don't let it dry out. But I think you'll be fine. If it's only 2 weeks, it's very unlikely.
It won't have rooted in too far, so you could probably get away with it.
Yeah.
Here's a question. I'm not sure I know the answer. Last year when I picked my grapes, they were full of insects. Is there any way I can prevent that? Now, we've talked previously, haven't we, about stopping ants getting up, so you can rub like Vaseline or what's the scented one? Vapor rub on the stems to stop them from climbing up it. So that could be something you could do. If it's flying bugs and things, that I don't know. I'd need to do some research on that for you, Grimmy. But if it's ones that have crawled up into the plant, you can stop it by using Vapor Rub and Vaseline, because they can't crawl over it then, can they?
I've never had that problem with my grape.
No. I'll do some research, though. I'll see if I can find an answer for you. No problem. That's what we're all about here, so we can do that. Right, I'm going to jump into the emails. So, who's this from? Pat. Bex and Sean. A few weeks ago sent a message saying that one of my Nandina had lost all its leaves and the other one was on its way to losing its leaves, but must say they have recovered.
Great.
Not worried anymore. I'm really pleased to hear that. Thank you. And she's also put 2 photos in of her garden.
Don't forget, they would have been covered by a lifetime guarantee anyway.
Look at that!
Oh, wow!
What a lovely, neat garden you've got. Love the borders, love the edging.
Just share it,
Can't
Bex.
stew it, Stu. Oh, no, it's dropped off the... sorry, it's
That
dropped
looks
off the
amazing. I can tell you've put a lot of work into that.
I can look at how neat and beautiful that garden is.
Can you just zoom in a bit, Bex?
Of course I can.
Yeah.
Let's go from that side across. Ooh, euphorbia in there. Got some iris going on.
So the iris look a nice colour.
Got
really
some
nice colour.
osteospermum in there. Yeah, what are you going to put on that archway? Stu's saying you need something climbing on the archway. Do you fancy something climbing on there? I like your little seat at the back though. That's really cute. Is it called an arbour, that seat?
Yeah, I like the combination. You've got some lovely things going on here.
More euphorbia. I can see more osteospermum there.
Yeah, beautiful pink ones at the front.
Is that a Buddleia at the back? Very pretty.
Very nice.
Love
Ooh,
that.
yeah.
Hang on, there's another view of the garden. Yeah, very nice. Lovely little bird bath there as well.
Thank you for sharing that.
Thank you.
Beautiful. Right, so I know we've got lots of newbies watching today, so thank you so much. If you don't know us, my name's Sean Ryan. This is Bex Edwards. But also, you will have noticed two prices on the screen. One is a red price, which is great. But the yellow price is even better, and that is the club discount price. Now, we've got the most amazing club here at YouGarden. It really is amazing. And if you think, ooh, what benefits would I get? Just watch this. If you love your garden as much as we love ours, then why not join the YouGarden Discount Club?
The club has been running for many years, and it's where thousands of our customers enjoy a whole host of benefits to ensure that they get the most out of their gardens for less.
Now is a great time to join the YouGarden Discount Club, as the benefits have just got even better. So what do you get when you join the club?
Firstly, our members will get bigger discount rates all year round. So you'll now receive 15% off our range of plants and accessories, and that's on top of any other discounts you might have.
For those bigger investments, such as garden furniture or lawnmowers, for example, you now get 7.5% discount on all of our outdoor living and machinery range.
In addition to the ongoing discounts, you'll also get more voucher value when you join or renew your club membership. We will send you 4 £5 product vouchers, which you can redeem throughout the year against the cost of your orders.
And as a new added benefit, you will now receive 2 free P&P vouchers, which can be redeemed against the cost of your shipping.
Club members get priority access to exclusive offers and brand new products at our best prices.
We'll keep you up to date with fantastic advice and top tips from our grown experts and professional gardeners to make sure that you get the most from your new purchases and existing plants. The best way to join the club is with our auto-renewal subscription. You'll pay £10 per year, then at the end of the year, we will automatically renew your membership to ensure you retain all of your benefits. Plus, the price you pay when you join will never go up for as long as you remain a member. And that's a guarantee.
And remember, when you join the club, you will start saving from the very first order you make, as the discounts will be applied immediately. So with all that the YouGarden Discount Club has to offer, why not join us and start saving today?
We'd love to help you make the most of your garden for less with the YouGarden Discount Club. It's a great club, isn't it? Oh, I forgot to mention, you do get some special hair bleach as well when you order. Joke! You're so much better blonde, Bex.
So much better blonde.
Yeah.
Stick with the blonde.
And Bex, can we say, I've known Bex for 20 years and Bex is naturally blonde.
Yeah.
So,
well, I used to be.
Yeah.
It's
we
more grey these days.
But no, let's talk about the club. You just saw there, amazing benefits on that discount club. So even if you've never placed an order before, you're about to place your first order, joining the club, I think is going to be one of the best things you'll ever do with shopping here at YouGarden. Really makes a difference, doesn't it?
It does indeed.
And so to get all those vouchers, you know, £20 worth of vouchers and the postage vouchers, is, well, you're getting your money back straight away, aren't you?
Indeed.
You really are. Right, loads more comments.
Yeah, just Tony, I want to talk about his email. He says, hello, this plant came in a mixed pack, so I'm not sure what it is. Can you help? We'll try. It's in the first picture. I've then sent a picture of a corner you have not seen after I straightened it, and also of the laurel you had on last week. Not sure how quick it grows. Grows quite quick, that one, but you can trim it and prune it. Right, let's have a look. First plant. We reckon this was an Achillea, didn't we?
Yes.
Achillea! So yes, it would have been, and it definitely was one of the ones that comes in the perennial pack.
I'm glad it's the pink one because they come in different colours, but the pink's really nice.
Yeah, it's really lovely.
Yes.
Love that festuca you've got it next to as well. Very nice.
Lovely.
So the next one is the corner that you straightened out with all his pots and things. Oh, so you've got that triple pack of the Aces. You've got your begonias, you've got your geranium roseanne in there, you've got a hydrangea, you've got one of my favourites there, the brunera. You've got some grasses growing in there as well. Very nice, Tony, very good.
Yes.
We're always quite impressed, aren't we? Oh, and there's his laurel, look. Just at that little seating area.
Yeah.
That'll be really nice, actually, against that wooden panel that you've got there. That'll look really pretty, won't it? And final picture from Tony. Oh, there's that corner just from the other side looking through. Yeah, looking really good.
Is that Laura Petalum at the very back? No, not the front, at the very back. Near the Journey
very
Roseanne.
back.
Right in the corner.
Yeah, I don't think it's an Acer, isn't it? This one is, oh my word, and he asked a question about it last week. Physocarpus, lady in red.
Oh, we had that one a few weeks ago, didn't we?
That's the Physocarpus, I reckon.
It is.
Sorry, we like to try and name plants. We don't always, we can't always do it, but it's quite a fun game. Quite enjoy doing it.
Yeah, we do.
Sometimes I look and I'm like, I should know the name of that plant.
It's really annoying when you forget a name, isn't it?
It's like, really annoying.
And then it comes back about 10 minutes later.
It's too late to say it then, isn't it?
But there are so many plants, aren't they? They really are.
I think we do quite well.
We do. But even if I forget a name sometimes of a plant, I generally know what to do with it, where it goes. But right. We have got two lovely plants for you right now. Which one should we start with? Managawa?
Euonymus.
Yeah?
I got that first.
Let you talk about that.
Yes, this is the deal of the week, and you are saving £10 off this one as well. Absolutely adore the idea of this being in a standard shape. You know, I think standards are something that we do incredibly well at YouGarden, and the reason I love them so much is that I think, first of all, they fit into all gardens, but particularly for those people who've got smaller garden spaces, because we don't all have massive gardens, and we want to try and pack as much into those gardens as we possibly can, and this is a really good way of being able to do that, because of course you've got this lovely colour up at the top here. It adds height, it adds dimension, it adds that kind of, as you're looking at the garden, you're looking down, but you're looking up as well, but it also allows you to underplant around the bottom, and of course you've got evergreen foliage and evergreen colour on here. Really super low maintenance, nice and simple, beautiful variegation, emerald and gold. You can see where that comes from because you've got those lovely green colours and you've got those golden yellows as well. And I like the idea of being able to leave this to grow free and wild and bushy if you want to, but also to be able to clip and topia it if you want to.
And I just think it's really unusual to get Euonymus that it's grown as a standard.
Yeah.
First time we've seen one on the YGTV shows. But low maintenance, easy to grow, beautiful colours, and you might even want to go for a pair of those as well.
Yeah, that would be great.
Be lovely, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
And then, so many of you have loved this cherry blossom tree. Now, is it cherry blossom? It will not produce cherries, but what it will produce in springtime is the most amazing blossom. This will be absolutely covered. But we've got many different types of cherry blossom tree here at YouGarden. This is one of the most popular because of the shape that it grows. So it actually naturally grows tall and slim. So it's never going to get too big and too bushy. It's never going to create too much shade. That's what it looks like. So it translates as Milky Way because of the shape of it. And it's great for things like the corner of a garden. It's great for smaller gardens. It's a tree that really lends itself, I would say, to modern gardens that are naturally that little bit smaller in terms of size. Very easy to grow, just wants a nice sunny position. I would say sheltered because you don't want to lose the blossom. Could grow to 6-7 metres or so eventually, but remember, it's only ever going to remain slim. And when you look at the size of this, I mean, we sold this as a bare root last year, and I think the bare root price was pretty similar to the 5 litre. I think it was £18, wasn't it?
Probably something like that, yeah, absolutely.
This is only 24 for club members, but it's been fully established and grown in a 5 litre pot. And this will produce the most amazing blossom next springtime. So the value is incredible. We sold, I'm sure this was the first one to sell out as a bare root as well.
Probably.
Yeah, it was really popular,
I think
wasn't
it's you know, there's a definite point of interest with this, with the fact that it grows in that lovely slim and tall shape there. So really suited, as you say, to those modern gardens. And of course, we all go nuts for cherry blossom, don't we?
Of course we do.
It's a
I mean,
it's a wonderful time of year when the cherry blossom comes out.
I mean, it's a magical time of year. When you're driving along, you see the cherry blossom, it's like you realise that you've really made it through winter and you're properly into spring. And it's like, yeah, summer's around the corner. But yeah, it's magical. But for me, that's one of the best deals we have got today. So do grab it while you can. And even if you think about it, have a big garden, that would go right in the corner of your garden.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Because if you think about it, in a garden, you run out of space width-wise, but you never run out of height, do you? You don't.
True, let
it's
it
an obvious
go.
thing to say.
Let it go up.
But you never run out of height. You go, oh, it's too tall, it's reached the top of my garden. No, we'll never do that. So, corner of a garden, tall and slim, absolutely beautiful.
Love it. Absolutely love it.
And it's £21 and
Sean
24
and I are
pence.
probably going to be adding that into our garden.
I do want that one, yeah.
Yeah.
Right, now we've also got today a really popular Viburnum. I say really popular one. It's another award winner. I want to say 2015 Chelsea Bet.
Correct.
But this has so many chapters of beauty, which is why I think it won. It's not like a one-trick pony.
Yeah, we always talk about how this has got 4 distinct periods of interest. So first of all, let's talk about the flowering that you get. So in springtime, you get this beautiful flowering, and it tends to form like tears. Not crying tears, I mean like the tears of a wedding cake, which is also why this is known as the wedding cake tree. So you get those wonderful clusters of flowers that appear on here, almost in shelves along the plant.
It reminds me a bit of the Runaway Bride hydrangea.
Yes.
In fact, I once mistook it as that from a distance. But then you get...
In summer, you get the bright red berries, which is amazing, going to bring the birds and things into your garden. In autumn, you get a small reflowering as well, so not quite as big as you get in springtime, but you do get a reflowering in autumn. And then you get a blaze of colour on the foliage before it drops its leaves for winter. And then because this is a winter hardy plant, I mean, you know, completely hardy, lifetime guarantee hardy, this then does it all again for you the following year.
And we should say the flowers, when they age, to go a little bit more pink as well.
Yes, true.
Yeah, so, I mean, you've just got chapter after chapter of interest and beauty with this one.
And when it gets to full size, I mean, this can get to 2.5 metres. It'll take a few years. You're probably talking, 7 years or so before it's going to get to its full, complete size. I just think that that's going to look absolutely outstanding.
Yeah,
I was watching a programme with Charlie Dimmock from Ground Force days, but one of her newer programmes she did, and they were doing a design in a garden, and this was one of the plants that they put in that design in that garden because it's really simple, because it's really easy, but it's outstandingly beautiful.
And I always think, and I say this often, but with any plant, if it does more than one thing, that's got to be a bonus, hasn't it? And the fact that it flowers twice, that the flowers change colour, that it produces the berries, that it's a blaze of glory in the autumn as the leaves turn and fall, it's absolutely amazing. And that's why it won Chelsea Plant of the Year 2015.
It's a beautiful one. I have written it on the back of this board.
Oh,
I know you can't see it.
I can't see it.
I know.
No. I'm proud of my memory for numbers.
You're very good at it.
Do you know what? A little quirky thing, but I can remember so many chart positions, like of bands, because I used to listen to the top 40 loads as a teenager. I can remember, if someone says to me, what position did so-and-so single get to? I can, honestly, it's ridiculous. I really... Could have got Mastermind and do that?
You probably could actually.
Chart positions of the 1980s with Sean Ryan. Yeah. Might do that. Right, we're going to move on now to, though, our brown turkey figs. Now, again, the size of these, they're in 9cm pots, which is the smallest pots we really do. But the actual figs themselves are really big. And this is the brown turkey variety, which is the most popular and the easiest to grow in the UK. It's already been a good year for figs, hasn't it?
Yeah, I've got
really
figs.
Good.
I've got figs.
I've got figs.
My fig. I can't wait. I'm very excited. Now, these are going to get big if you allow them to. I mean, they can get several metres height and spread here. They can obviously be container grown, and we do recommend it. Often they do tend to fruit a little bit better if their roots are restricted. For me, this is about the beauty of the foliage, and if I get some figs, I'm going to be really happy and excited about that as well.
But they are stunning, aren't they?
I think they're really interesting plants. Even when they're bare of their leaves in winter, I think the shape of them is really beautiful and interesting. They are the hardiest variety for you to grow here in the UK. They can cope with down to -15 once these get established. So these are really simple for you to grow here in the UK. And of course, you could then be picking your own juicy, delicious figs later on in the year. Not this year, but maybe next year.
Do you know, having said that, Bex, one of the samples that I had the other week...
Did it have figs on it?
Yeah, but that was a rarity.
Yeah.
It did, honestly.
Look,
you know, you're right.
If you get one, it's a bonus, but I think really this is going to be next year before you get any. Have you found one, Stu? Where? You can see a little blob. Oh my word! I think. Are you right?
Oh, you're right.
You are
yes,
right.
You see?
That is.
There you go.
That is. You're right.
So do you know what I think it is?
That is a little fig.
It's been such a great summer that even some of the small plants have got the odd fig on them. Yeah, I've seen a few now.
I mean, that's amazing.
It is. So you may be lucky and actually get a fig or two in your first year, but normally we would not expect it. 680-280.
I'll be very pleased if I do get a fig, because I don't, I'm nearly 50 and I don't think I've ever eaten a fig. That's bad, isn't it? I'm quite good at food. Like,
yeah.
I'll eat. It is bad. I'm nearly 50. You're right, Steve.
God, you're just sorry.
I don't think I've ever eaten a fig.
I've just had a flashback. So some of you know me and my other half have got a village pub, and there was one lunch and I had two of the starters, and one of them was the fig salad. Oh my word. And I remember it started getting really busy and I started to get really overwhelmed because I'm not a chef, but the fig salad's really good.
Yeah.
And it's fig and
it'll be Parma ham, and there'll be a drizzle of honey or something over the top, isn't it?
Yeah, a bit
it's
of green.
It's a kind of classic, that one. I've never had it though.
See,
I need to come to your pub. Is it still on the menu?
No, because we rotate. But no, it comes back. It's just not at the moment.
Let me know when it's on the menu.
Yeah, you
I'll
can
come
try
to
a
your
fig. Right, but you can actually try your own figs in a few years to come with those, and you get all three. Right, we've moved on there to the hydrangea, and this is the Paniculata Magical Fire. I just think our magical series of hydrangeas they're outstanding because they change colour. You know, I mean. And this one, although it starts with like a white cream, as it ages, it gets really intense.
Yeah, really beautiful pinky red, intense colour to the petals on the flowers that you get there. Of course, we love hydrangeas because you get that bushy foliage growth as well, don't you? So these really do fill gaps in borders. This one will get to, the regular sort of size, I think, for a hydrangea. We're talking, 4 feet, 1.20 m, quite happily. It'll spread by that much if you want it to as well. But you can container grow hydrangeas. I'm currently container growing, ready for hopefully moving house, but then I will plant them into those borders. Make sure they're in a dappled shade position. That's the best thing you can do for your hydrangea. Yes, and make sure they do not dry out ever. They hate drying out, and they really will let you know. A bit like a peace lily, when these are too dry, they just flop. So make sure they're well watered. They tend to only take about 3 years to get to full size, and the actual paniculata flowers, those big cones, can get to about 30 centimetres when established. Pruning wise, paniculatas always flower on new growth, so don't worry about pruning them back if you need to, but they are rather spectacular, particularly the magical series. I've got quite a few in my garden, and yeah, they really are eye-catching, splendid, just that little bit more exotic looking. Oh, that's amazing at $12.74, I have to say. Fantastic price. Right, we've also got Bex's favourite today, which is the Kiwi Jenny. It's a bit different, this one, isn't it? Look, it's exciting, and I think a lot of people think that you don't. Let me move that out of the way. Yeah, a lot of people think that you can't grow kiwis in the UK, but you absolutely can. These are natives of. Like China, Asia, Mongolia, places like that. So you've got to bear in mind, they have hot, humid summers, but they also have really cold winters.
Yeah, they do.
And cold nights and things. So it's actually really well suited to growing in the UK. These need a nice sunny spot in the garden, so a nice bright sunny wall you can grow them. And they need a bit of support, basically. So if you were to support them against a nice bright sunny wall or fence or something or other, that is going to give you the most beautiful kiwis. You can grow them. Yeah. You're not going to get them in the first year. Normally it takes a couple of years for the plant to mature enough for you to then get your fruit. So go on that journey, have that project, and grow your own kiwis. And what is really nice, the leaves do feel like a kiwi. They've got that fuzziness. They're so soft. They're like really tactile. They're gorgeous. I think they're amazing plants, honestly. Winter hardy. You might want to protect new shoots from frost. If you've got new shoots on there, they can sometimes get a little bit damaged by frost. But ultimately, this is a winter hardy plant. Not fussy on soil type at all. Just get it planted somewhere nice and sunny for you. Yeah, and sheltered. And sheltered would be a good idea. Nice little sun trap. Yeah. But I mean, again, the value is amazing. You get all three of them. $13.57 is the club discount price on those. And then we also just don't forget.
we have got our grapevine collection. They've been really popular. You get a red and a white grape, and the club members, and there's over 45,000 of you now, you're going to get both of these for £23.78. That works out £14 a vine, just under. And when these are established, it takes a few years to get established, 2 or 3 years, but you could be getting £30 of grapes per vine.
Wow.
I mean, that's amazing, isn't it?
It's a lot.
And we should point out, again, we can't guarantee it, but a lot of the red vines have got grapes on them. And we've got like a whole ton of these on the nursery, and a lot of them have got some grapes already forming. So that is quite, if you do get some with grapes on, that is be absolutely magical. Fully winter hardy, very easy to grow, but very beautiful. I love the leaves on a vine. I think they're absolutely splendid. When you see these climbing and rambling, I had like a lean-to, as I said, that was covered in a grapevine after years, and it looked amazing. When you see all the bunches of grapes just hanging down, it's fabulous. It really is. I love growing different fruits, don't you?
Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I was going out picking blueberries the other day, and strawberries. Got my apricots growing. It's lovely to grow just fruits and veg in the garden.
And actually, it makes sense. I always bang on about this, but we actually import about 80% of the fruit in the UK. 80% is imported. That's bad, isn't it?
It's bad.
Isn't it?
There's so many that we could be growing.
Yeah.
I mean, I know there are tropical fruits. Obviously, that's more difficult here, but these sorts of things we can grow ourselves.
Yeah, we really can. In fact, I mean, we are producing some amazing wines now from English grapes. I live in the county of Rutland. We've got a couple of vineyards there that make some beautiful wines. Yes. Right. We've just had a request to see the pineapple guava, which is another exotic fruiting plant, but this one. And again, this is something that I've got one of these in my garden, but I had a really established one in my previous garden. Evergreen foliage, which is lovely. If you notice, there's like 2 colours to it.
I like that.
I do.
Especially because it grows in that upright direction,
yes,
so you do get to see both sides. The underside of it's really lovely.
It grows about 2 by 2 metres, but when it flowers, it normally flowers sort of June time, May, June into maybe July, the flowers are really exotic. It's all about, I just look at those and the stamens look huge on them, don't they?
They do. The flowers themselves aren't huge, but you could get lots of them, and the stamen being so big, it really does invite those pollinators into the garden. Pretty easy plant to look after as well. It's half hardy, can go down to -5 once it gets established. So easy to look after, can be container grown, could get to 6 feet in height quite happily, but evergreen foliage, which is really important for year-round interest.
And a great, I mean, we sold out this earlier in the year. Actually took ages to get it back, but we've got a really good stock right now in terms of size, and the club price is only $14.44. But even if you didn't get the fruits, just for the foliage and the flowers, it's a really unusual plant. It's really spectacular. I know whenever mine was in flower in my garden and some of my gardening friends came round, they were always mesmerised by the exotic nature of this. Now, we are nearly out of time. Just a few final reminders. To get the free postage, you need to use the offer code YGTV2925. That unlocks the free postage, any of the promotions. All of our plants that are fully winter hardy have got a lifetime guarantee. So any plant that's got the snowflake symbol on our website has a lifetime guarantee. All you'd pay is a postage to get it replaced. And if you're not a club member, you can join today for just £10 for the year, and you'll get a 15% discount on all of the plants, pots, and our compost as well. Any final pick?
Yes, absolutely. Actually, about the cherry blossom, Pauline has sent a message saying, "Good morning, Bex and Sean. Having seen your Prunus cerulata, I thought you'd like to see mine of 20 years.
Wow.
Here it is.
And again, you can see, I mean...
Look.
Perfect.
It's lovely. I mean, obviously, that is 20 years old, so it's got really tall. And we do say it can get really tall, but look at its lovely slim shape.
But as I said earlier, height's not a problem in your garden, is it?
It's not, is it?
Width is, but that looks amazing, doesn't it?
Could you imagine that covered in the
sky.
cherry blossom? That's going to look incredible.
Yeah. Actually, in springtime, send us a picture of that in blossom, won't you?
Dave's just sent in
Hello, Dave.
some pictures. Oh, yeah.
Yes, our dahlias.
Love dahlias. Look at that. That looks like, is that the Cafe au lait? Might be.
Ooh,
or maybe it's a different one. Love it, though.
Could be.
Gorgeous. Oh, yes. Oh, I do love a dahlia. There's something about them, isn't there? They're so beautiful.
Oh. Now, we've got the details for the heavy duty pots on the show, by the way. A lot of you asking about those. You get 4 of them for $17.99.
I know, Ruth, you've been asking about bigger pots. Apparently the 16-inch Helix is on the show today, but that's the only really big one, or the bigger one that we've got on the show today.
Well, I think the biggest was a new one.
Yeah, that one there.
The estate's the biggest, I'd say.
Yeah, slightly bigger.
And that's 14
that's
inches.
That's what we've got available. Right, so who else have we got in here? So... this is Vicky, desperate for 50-litre pots. So yes, there's the 50-litre heavy duties that you'll be able to find on the website. Apparently, Stu sent you the item numbers. Hi Bex, love the opening music, so relaxing and cheery. Please can you tell us what it is? Apparently it was composed for us years ago. I don't think you can get a hold of it. Oh, Stu says if you want a copy, you can send it to you. That's from Barbs and Grizz.
We like our theme too, don't we?
It's lovely.
Yeah.
I love that. That's nice music that it opens up to. Stu might be able to send you something if you if you want it. You can have a copy if you want.
That's hilarious.
Says. That's quite nice, isn't it? Right, I'm just going back into
Maybe we could
the
write
YouTube
some
chat.
lyrics to go with it, Bex.
And definitely not sing it, because then she won't like it anymore.
No, that's true.
Simon's asking, is your pub dog friendly?
So Simon, yes. We've got there's 2 areas we can eat, and we like to try and keep everyone happy. So the restaurant, we don't allow dogs in the restaurant, but we do allow dogs in the whole pub area where there is seating if you're eating as well.
There you go.
In fact, the best table if you come is the one in the window. But we don't have a pub dog, but we have lots of dogs that are welcome in the pub.
He's also being cheeky. I didn't realise you were a natural blonde. That explains a lot.
Very witty.
He says, "Lol, love you really." You're fine. You're fine, Simon.
That's
we like
funny.
you. It's
That's
all good.
Funny.
Elaine, going now. See you all Sunday. Can't make Thursday. Booking my train ticket to Cornwall. Good on you. Good on you. Thanks for press original. Oh yes, we said that already. I think I covered most of the comments. I'm so sorry if I missed any. Thank you so much for joining in. There's been so much chat today.
It's been good, hasn't it?
Loads and loads of emails. It makes our job just so much more enjoyable when you're part of it. So thank you.
And just following your journeys. You know, it's great to see how your gardens are developing and coming up. Right, if you want to join me, I am on TikTok this afternoon with Stu. Adam's on TikTok live tomorrow morning. Bex is taking a few days off because you've got lots to do, haven't you?
Lots to do. End of school, hair appointments, back appointments, dentist appointments.
Oh, sounds very exciting.
Oh, it's all happening.
But if you want to watch TikTok this afternoon, we've got different deals. We're going to have a lot of fun. That's from about 1:30 onwards as well. So from myself, Sean Ryan, Bex Edwards, Stu, thank you for watching YGTV. We've had an absolutely lovely time and have a great day whatever you're doing. And we'll be back again on Thursday at 10.